And we are live. What's up, guys? Welcome to Fresh Air Podcast. We're here with the legend himself, Brandon Carter. Let's get into it, baby.
Let's go.
All right, we are back. What's up, guys? Welcome to the Fresh Air Podcast. Regular edition. It's Money Monday. We're here with Brandon Carter, man.
What up,
and
what up?
Of course, this dude Frank got to put himself right in the middle, man. Trying to. Anyway, guys, quick announcement gets the show. CastleClub.tv, as you guys know, that is a home base for us. I am currently reacting to the most banned documentary on the internet, which I won't even say because we're live on a couple of platforms that would get mad about it. But you guys already know what it is. I might react to some of it tonight after we do our news segment. We'll see where we go on time. Earlier, we had General Flynn on. Yep. Great interview. We talked about the deep state, working under the Bush administration, being in Iraq, Afghanistan, etc. Trump.
20K plus watching, by the way. Twitter and everything.
Oh, really?
All platforms.
Twitter
Yep.
shit?
W.
I didn't know.
20K, huh?
W streams.
All right, nice.
Let's go.
Nice. I didn't see the Twitter numbers because Mo was running it in the back. But shout out to Mo for making it happen.
Yeah.
Big Mo,
Great interview. We're going to bring him back into part 2, and we're going to talk about the Obama administration. We didn't get a chance to talk about that, but and how the FBI came after him. But anyway,
Without further ado,
without further ado,
Welcome back. Oh man, I'm happy to be back.
We're happy to have you.
You know what I'm saying? It's been a while. It's been too long.
I kid you not, brother. Every time you come back, you got a new watch or new jewelry. What's going on, man?
Well, you got to keep elevating, man. If you're not getting better, you're getting worse. You know.
Meanwhile, I wear the same clothes. God damn it, man.
You do, bro.
Same.
Yo, go on
God damn it.
his camera roll. It's the same shirt.
well, now he had a Rolex last time I was on.
I still have them.
Yeah,
I just
you
don't wear them as much, but
yeah.
I still have them in the safe.
Yeah.
I wear my Ultra sometimes when I'm working out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, he don't. Where's yours? He got you. Remember?
Oh yeah, I gave him one.
Next topic.
This nigga, man.
Forgot about
Yo, you know what's crazy? So, chat, I didn't realize, man, and I gotta apologize, Brandon, about this on camera. So he comes in, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm like, hey, what up? And I'm thinking, like, it's
the homie.
another day in office, right?
Yes.
And he's like, oh yeah, nice studio, bro. I'm looking at him crazy. I'm like, bro, you been here before? He's like, no, I ain't been to this new one. And I was like, oh my God, it's been that fucking long. And I was like, yo, let me give you a tour. Like, what the hell? So I felt like an asshole for a bit. So I'm sorry for that, bro. Like, I didn't realize,
Listen,
man.
I thought it was my fault. I thought I made y'all mad when I said it says cool for women to have jobs. I thought that got me banned. And I was like, damn, man, my fault.
Bro, you good.
My fault, man.
I
I thought it was cool to put a hoe to work. You know what I'm saying? But I thought y'all had different views. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So.
No, the chat missed you as well, bro. The chat, some love and hate, but they missed you a lot, though.
Oh man,
For real.
I'm happy to be back, man. You know, I always love it when I hear it. It's feel
You
like
guys are going to see him a lot
family, you know
more. I just really,
You know what it
realize.
is? They missed the money talk.
Yeah,
They love
yeah.
the money talk. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what they want to hear.
For those of you that are wondering, I remember how I told you guys that story, how I took a chance on myself and I spent that first $6,000 I got in Brandon Carter's program, and then that was what catapulted me into getting into social media, how I became a multimillionaire. That's thanks to this guy right here. That's who I'm talking about, taking that risk with Brandon Carter. I'll never forget, this was 2019? 2019. I jumped on a call with him.
Yeah, was it 2019?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
because it was right before the pandemic.
Yes.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, it was right before. So, yeah, man. And then now, fast forward, what, 5 years now almost?
Yeah.
Over 5 years. And we're here now having a podcast talking about
How far has the
to help
student
other people.
straight from the master?
Yeah. Oh, listen, man. Nah, it's all good. And I'm fucking like proud. Like, I mean, Myron did the work. You know what I'm saying? But it's like it was dope to see him go from working his regular job to making enough money to quit. And then y'all coming together to build the podcast. I remember when y'all came out with that first digital product, and Myron hit me up, and you remember I went through a Zoom like helping you map it out and shit like that. It's like dates on demand was it called?
Yeah, DMs on demand.
That was during the pandemic, and just to see where y'all have taken it. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's just I'm happy to have played some role in that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's
No,
super
man,
dope.
it was super helpful, and we're happy to have you here.
My
so you can
pleasure,
give the
man.
sauce to some of these people here.
Because you coach a lot of influencers behind the scenes. You just don't talk about it much.
Yeah, and it's like some of them, don't really, they don't really want that, and that's cool, man. You know
That's
what I'm saying?
lame.
Like,
That's fucking lame. They don't want to give people their flowers, bro.
But it's like, there's been a lot of, especially in the fitness industry, like a lot of influencers like came up, under my tutelage to a certain degree, right? But they did the work, right? I just provided the coaching and the game plan and helped them navigate. They probably would have got there anyway, right? Because the winners are going to win no matter what, right? If y'all didn't meet me, y'all have found a way to make it some way. Y'all have found a way.
But you made it faster and smoother, though.
Yeah, that's what it is when you have like somebody who's walked the path for you, right? Like if you have a coach or a teacher or,
especially us, like coming from working regular jobs, like we didn't come in as influencers like a lot of people, right?
Yeah.
Like I look at a lot of these influencers now, they're fucking kids, bro. Like, they just come right into the social media world. Like for us, we have like regular jobs, we're adults, so it's like another world to come into like making money online.
That's a fact. I mean, and I needed it too, right? Like Elliot Hulse was that for me back in the day because he was the first motherfucker who wasn't the first guy to hit 1 million subscribers in the fitness industry who wasn't white. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, oh man,
was he really the first? Okay.
Yeah, and damn, it's like, yo, this yellow motherfucker did it, man, just like me, man. It's like, not only he showed me the path, but he seeing someone else do it, it's like, it can be done, right? Like a bitch nigga, like a hater. Can I say bitch nigga?
Yeah.
Okay, a bitch nigga.
It's fresh and fit, baby. Come on, man.
So listen, I don't know what's going on. I don't know about Rumble. I don't know about all that shit. Yeah. But. He was the first one to do it, so a bitch nigga would see that and be like, oh man, fuck him, he only did this, and start talking shit. But I was like, yo man, put me on. Like, how'd you do it? And he gave me like a lot of game. He's like a big brother to me, and it's dope to be able to like pass that on the same way y'all doing with the people that y'all help. You feel me? It's like that's a part of it. That's how the species evolves.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like when you was born, there was already roads made, right?
Yeah.
There was a hospital that was already built. A nigga who had went to school to help your mom deliver you and shit. And you know what I'm saying? Like that hut was already made, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? There was already coconuts at the crib that somebody grew. You feel me? There was a witch doctor there helping you. Oh my God. Right? But you ain't had to do that shit, right? Because somebody had already did it before you and they made the path smoother. You know what I'm saying? And that's how the species evolves, especially like, I don't know if y'all still fuck with black people, but in my brain, I be thinking like, like niggas, like it's like somebody.
I'm gonna be honest, no.
Somebody grew up.
I do, okay?
I fucks with my niggas, man. All people, right? But at the same time, it's like, especially like, it's coming from some of the environments that we come from, it can feel like really hopeless. Like I'm from the south side of Chicago, right? So it's like, it feels like hopeless there. That's why it makes sense to fucking join a gang, shoot niggas, sell crack, right? Because you don't feel like there's no hope.
Yeah.
You don't. I go back to the hood, and I know them kids don't think they're gonna be fucking hedge fund managers or fucking CEOs or even alive, like on some real shit. Yeah. And I just feel like for me, a big responsibility. It's like, nah, you can do it, fam. You know what I'm saying? You can do it real business, And even though you don't fuck with black niggas, I fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? Because you might be black.
Allegedly, I'm not.
But I fuck with, but everybody, like all race. But there's a special thing in my heart just because that's where I come from. You feel me?
Yeah. I appreciate that, man. I fuck with you though, bro.
I fucks with it all.
Yeah,
man. I fuck with all guys, people, man.
Exactly.
So I guess real quick, can you gave a little bit of your background for those that might not know who you are? Can you like give them a quick little background on how you got into this world and what you did before?
Oh yeah, if they don't know me, I'm Brandon Carter, aka Big Brandon Carter, BBC King Keto, King of Ketosis, Gymnasium Jesus, Jesus de Gimnasio para mi gente, Washington Heights.
What the
and Mo knows what I'm talking about, you know what I'm saying? And no, I grew up on the south side of Chicago, and it's some wild shit. I don't know if I ever told this part of the story, but so we grew up real poor. And like one of my first memories is like my mom waking me up at 5, taking me to preschool because she had to get on the bus, right? We didn't have a car to go to work, and we got robbed in the fucking Chicago snow. And the nigga put the gun in my face on some like, because my mom froze, right? He's like, no, give me the fucking purse, bitch, right? And so that's kind of where that's south side Chicago.
How old were you?
I was like 4 or 5, I was going to preschool or kindergarten or some shit. And fast forward, like my dad, I lived with my dad, right? I thought I was rich growing up because I was the only nigga with a dad. And crazy. Right, it's 2 incomes. It's like makes a difference, right?
Yeah.
I was the only nigga with a dad. And
I guess. He's fortunate. That dude was doing surveillance.
Got that dad money.
Parents? He's
fortunate. He got that dad money, man. No, I felt like I was rich. And then even though we have a car and shit. And my dad was working on his business. And this whole time he was working on his business, I ain't seen him much, even though we lived with us, because he was just hustling and grinding real hard. But and that was all good. I got sent away to military school for high school because I got in some trouble, like nothing crazy, just like fights, skipping school, shootouts, normal kid shit. Yeah. And then I'm in military school.
In Chicago, it's normal.
Yeah, regular Chicago shit. And I'm in military school, and by the time that's when his business starts to take off, right? And by the time I graduated, this nigga was making $3 million a year.
Oh shit!
In fucking 1990.
Wow.
Right.
That's easily double now. 6 million probably today with inflation.
I did the math. It's 8 million.
It's 8 million. Okay.
Yeah,
damn.
Yeah, that's crazy.
8 million today.
So I go to college, right? And but I go to Howard University, right? By the time I graduate, my dad lost all the money. Oh. He fucked it all up. You know what I'm saying?
So you ain't getting none of it,
didn't even experience it, my nigga. Yeah. Like I knew it happened, but I was gone in military school when he was on the come up, and I was at college on the come down, right? So by the time we come out, we broke again, and this nigga kills himself, right? What's up?
Just real quick, could you tell the audience, if you know, how he lost the money? Because I think that's important too.
Yeah,
how to manage the money as well.
Here's the thing,
and that's what led to the self-deletion, right?
Yeah. We're gonna talk about like some of that shit, because there's a difference between getting money and keeping it. It's two different skill sets.
Trust me, I know.
And you probably seen a lot of, I would imagine, just some guests who've been on here talking about getting money, and if you see him now, man, he's just downsizing, selling Lambos and shit, right? Because
do you remember the crypto bounce when everyone was like,
I know,
in the clubs,
I know.
bro? Them niggas are gone. Some of them are in jail, by the way. But
no, I mean, because getting money and maintaining it are two different skill sets.
Yeah,
right.
Facts.
And they don't mean the same thing. And there's a lot of lessons in there in my dad's, losing my dad. When you lose, don't lose the lesson, And what he got in, he stopped doing the things that got him there. Right, he was working really hard, hustling,
and he ran a sales business, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he was sales.
Guys, it was legal. It wasn't for those that are thinking like it was legal.
I mean, he was a fucking gangster nigga before that shit. Like he was in gangs and shit. He never met his parents. You know what I'm saying? Like he was an orphan, and he just grew up like literally on the streets and shit. Like he was like a fucking full blown gang member, gang leader, shit. And then he started to figure it out.
Probably disciples or something.
I don't want to say. But,
that's fine.
I don't want to say no thank you.
GD or
no,
BD, one of the two.
And because no, fuck that shit.
Yeah,
I got to go back.
Yeah. And, I understand.
But when I was born, he started taking life seriously.
Okay.
And then, but once he got it, he's still a street nigga. You know what I'm saying? So like he didn't learn how to keep it. He started investing into some of the shit. I'm sorry, not investing. He started like indulging in the fruits of his labor.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? One of the big things was gambling. Like he's gambling his ass off, and he lost literally all the money, man. All the money. And then he said, I gotta be careful how you say it. He voluntarily left Earth, when I was like in my early 20s. Yeah. And for me, that was like, oh shit, I gotta get serious about life. You know what I'm saying? It's time to get like for real serious. And I tried a bunch of different shit, I did a bunch of shit, some shit I don't even some of the shit like Myron would have been like hunting me. You know what I'm saying?
What the fuck?
Like Myron would have been looking into the shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, because I was just trying to come up, and
no Diddy shit, right?
Oh, no Diddy shit. No, like that.
Just clarifying for the audience.
Oh yeah, no. It was like I used to live in New York, but I lived in Miami for like a year in like 2007, and I would go up and down I-95 from New York to Miami, if anyone could read between those lines, and
Really?
Yeah.
How was the drive?
No, it was a good drive. And then what happened was like, so that was on my father's way down, so we didn't really have the money. Mm-hmm. He was still alive then, but then he got killed.
So he was alive during that.
Well, he was broke at that time. By the time I graduated from college, he was broke again, right? Yeah. He was trying to come up. At least that's what he was telling me, right? And then I started.
Was he still gambling at that point, you think?
He was still gambling. No, I know.
Oh, you know it. Okay.
I know. And then, because I would go with him. So I didn't know I was a kid. You know, I just looked up to the nigga, right? So it's like, you know, he'll get it back. That nigga, you know? Yeah. I didn't realize how.
Would you go to Vegas and do it, or was it?
Nah, they had the river boats in Gary, Indiana. Or like right outside Chicago.
Oh.
Yeah, from the south side you can drive to Gary or like Indiana.
Hour, right? It's not that
less
far.
than that. You know what I'm saying? It's quick.
It's just right over the border, and you can gamble.
Yeah, you can gamble. So he used to go over there.
Okay.
And then
Gary, Indiana's tough, bro.
So I was like, I was doing a lot of different shit. You know what I'm saying? And I had so right after college, I was training people, and I was doing modeling. I modeled for Nike, Adidas, Pumas, but they don't pay a whole lot, right? But I was like, oh, I know what to do with this money, and that's when I came to Miami, and I would go back and forth. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so you get paid.
I invested it.
Yeah.
I invested the money into an asset class. I invested the money into an alternative asset class.
There you go.
And then, but when he left Earth, and then my homie Esco got killed, and then my other boys in Miami, he got SV, he got sent double life. You know what I'm saying? Double homicide. Whoa. Right? So I was like, oh shit, I gotta get my life together.
And it was from being in the game, right?
Well, yeah. It's like, you know, when your life is a reflection of your behavior, right? Yeah. Like we're all living the results of our past behavior. You get what I'm saying? The things we did in the past, we're living the results of them now. You get what I'm saying? So it's almost like we're living in the past. Does that make sense? Right? And the things we do, if we want our future to be different than our present, we got to do things different now than we did in the past.
In the current.
You get what I'm saying? So I just looked at people.
It sounds like a simple concept, but it's so difficult for so many people to actually really, like understand this shit.
It's real shit. Yeah. So that's why I was like, you know what? I see what's happening to everybody around me. All right, he's doing life. You know, Esco got killed. Fucking my dad. You know, like, all right, you become like the people you're around. So it's like I got to change everything. So then, you know, I stopped doing anything that was like immoral or illegal. And I was like, listen, I'm just gonna. I still got to take care of my family because my dad's dead, right? So I started just working regular
What year
jobs.
did you kind of have this epiphany? Like, I'm
This was exactly 2000, the end of 2007.
Okay.
Right, leading into the recession of 08.
Oh.
Yeah. So I said, fuck this shit. You know, I'm still a G. So I started waking up instead of having a pity party for myself, I started waking up at 4, training people in the morning.
And you're living in New York City at this point?
I was living in New York. I was living in Queens, right? And I would take the train from Queens to Harlem, train people at 145th, the New York Sports Club. I'll shower there, boom. Then I'll go to the Prada store in Soho and work security for like 8 hours a day. And then I would work for a moving company after that. And that was 5 days a week. And on the weekends, I woke up early, train people. Excuse me. And then I managed a restaurant in Queens on Steinway Street. I was a weekend manager after that. And so this is like 12, 14-hour days, 7 days a week. And I did that shit for 2 years. Yeah, then I wasn't broke no more, right? So like that's one of the things I be preaching, man. Like anybody can get some more money if you're willing to put in the work. But you know, a lot of people not willing to make those kind of sacrifices.
Yeah.
And maybe their
so
life's
you were
not bad
never
enough.
ever like actually broke. It's just that you just didn't have time. You were broke of time. Yeah, you were broke of time.
I wouldn't like being in a healthy man in a first world country. Being broke is a choice.
Facts.
Right? Like you don't have to do it. You just have to make sacrifices. Yeah. And I was willing to sacrifice everything. You know what I'm saying?
So no parties, no going out. You don't drink.
I had my head down.
Drugs.
Nah. I mean, I drank and did drugs at that time, but I didn't have time for it. So that's like that's actually a cheat code. If anybody who wants to.
So you did it, you partaked in it, but you just didn't do it because you couldn't.
I wasn't trying not to. Like I was, but I realized that's a cheat code too, right? If anybody who has some fucking vices that they want to get rid of. Yo, just fill your calendar up with other shit. Like crowd it out. Yeah. Then you won't have time. You won't have time to do the shit. And it was easy. And so when I finally officially quit smoking weed and drinking, which was like 10 years ago, it was easy because I never really had a bunch of time for it by choice anyway.
And it's funny, people have one job and then once they get off work, they got all that free time. You had like what, 2-3 jobs back to back? So you had no time at all to mess around.
No time to fuck around. But
what does it say? Idle hands lead to
devil's work.
I made $100,000 each year. Doing those things, those jobs,
in 2007,
or close to it during the recession. That's what I'm saying. You can outwork poverty if you got enough energy And if you got enough
100K,
gumption,
New York City, 2007. That's pretty fucking
that's
good,
not
man.
bad.
That's
not
pretty fucking
bad,
good.
right? And and the way you get rich is you got to make more money than you spend and invest the difference. You do that over a long enough period of time, you'll have some bread, right? Compound interest, right? So I was still living in Queens. But
I
anyway,
like that. Say that one more time for the people, because that really is the formula.
that's the formula. There's nothing else to it. Yo, you make more money than you spend and invest the difference.
Boom.
Over a long enough period of time, you'll have some bread because of compound interest.
Especially if you put into asset classes that appreciate over time.
Yeah, and that could be real estate. It could be the stock market or your own business.
Yep.
Right. If you're trying to put it into your side hustle.
And the beauty is your net worth can go up. While even if you make less money, if you put your money into the right assets.
Exactly. That's why you see me flexing now, but it's it was years. If you go watch my old YouTube videos from 10 years ago, I'm wearing Apple Watch. The most expensive shit I got on is some Jordans.
Yep.
Because and that's it. Some Jordans, Apple Watch, no shirt, and living in Queens, right? But I was stacking bread and investing it. And
how much were you? So let's say roughly you're making maybe $8,000 to $10,000 a month. Back then. What were you spending versus what were you saving at that point?
It was more than half.
You were saving more than half.
Yeah, way more than half. I was living in Queens.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Deep in Queens.
Yeah.
It was a neighborhood called. So I moved to a neighborhood called Forest Hills. Okay. And this is going to be a jewel for you guys. If you really want to come up, man, you got to get around motherfuckers with money, and not because they going to help you, but it's going to be changing your environment changes the way you see shit.
Boom.
You get what I'm saying? So I had probably the worst apartment in that neighborhood, but I needed to be in a rich neighborhood. I think Trump grew up there or around there, and I could hear the Long Island Railroad go by. You know what I'm saying? People can riding the train can see in my crib. Right? It was a cheap apartment, 1 bedroom. It's old YouTube videos of me in that bitch. Right?
I remember.
And
yeah.
But it was important.
That fucking kitchen.
That proximity is important, right? Because then it makes you feel like it's real. Oh shit, I can do something. Because when you're in the hood, like I said earlier, it feels hopeless. Yeah. Or if you're around people who are struggling, then struggling seems normal. Struggling seems okay.
Yeah.
Right? And they'll justify that. The dog just peed, man. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, what the fuck, man?
Yo,
this nigga Hiro, man.
The dog was like, hey, yo, man, fuck what this nigga talking about, man.
Yo, Hiro, bro.
Hiro, what the fuck, man?
You like working hard, nigga, clean this shit up.
Bro, Hiro, what the fuck, man?
You got to change his name to Villain.
For real. He's not Hiro no more.
Bruh.
Damn, bro.
How fresh, man.
It's Hiro, not me.
You're right on the block.
Now he looking at you like, fuck, what fuck you gonna do, nigga? I pissed all over your shit. I post on your shit. I pissed on your shit live. Fuck you gonna do? Nothing. Nothing, you bitch ass nigga. Say something. I heard that shit you was talking.
Yo, you know what? Yo, Hiro.
He's still grilling him, man.
Yo, Hiro, most hungry, bro. Most hungry right now. Best don't play around, nigga.
Yo, he pissed on your shit and looked you in the eye and said, do something on camera in front of all these people. He don't give a fuck what you talking about, nigga.
This nigga here really just went, raised his leg up,
and just took a piss, man.
Now this nigga's gonna think it's okay to piss too. God
yeah,
damn,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
wild.
So you become like the people you're around. So now your dog gonna be pissing all over his cycle. But anyway,
Environment. Environment.
Right, but it makes you
niggas
feel
pissing next to you. You're gonna think it's okay too.
It make you feel like it was real, And across those train tracks, there was motherfucking mansions and shit, And I would ride my bicycle. Mm-hmm. Bicicleta para mo, and I would ride my bicycle through that bitch, and just to get that environment, to get that impression in my brain like it's real. Mm-hmm. That's super important. And then it raised my ambition. When you around people who are doing shit, or you in an environment where people doing shit, it raises your ambition. But if you in an environment where people fucking struggling, it's gonna make it feel like the struggle's okay. It's gonna seem more palatable. But I ain't want it to feel okay.
Yeah,
you feel what I'm saying? That's super important. And then I was reading. I was like, man, I can't be working like this. you know, like this. And that's when I had the idea. I was like, man, what if I started training people online? Which was a novel idea in like 2009, 2010. Yeah. Nobody was doing it.
Even being on the internet and making money on the internet was unheard of back then, bro.
There was no fucking Instagram. There was no motherfucking
Facebook was kind of
it was called the Facebook, I think, and we had MySpace.
MySpace.
But YouTube had started, so like I was like, all right, let me try to figure this shit out.
Yeah. You got MySpace?
Yeah, I had MySpace back in the day, man.
You old.
Yeah, I'm super old, man. I'm 42.
High five.
Yeah, that's in the Caribbean.
God
damn.
I did too.
Five. Yeah, you did. You was on Mo was on mi gente. Nah, I know. You ain't got to tell me. You know what I'm saying? You know I know.
I don't know what you're talking about.
But mi gente was motherfucking Tinder back in the day. You know, it wasn't though, but it was though. And it wasn't, but it was. Mi gente, Black Planet. No, you ain't. I was one of the first niggas to get fat. My nigga over there knew Black Planet. I was one of the first niggas to get catfish. Like they gonna talk about me and.
Oh, catfish wasn't a thing in 2008.
Nah, I was one of the first, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Well, when you get to fucking Jersey. You get there, it's a different bitch. You still got what you gonna do? You got on
it's a long ass drive, right?
You got on the fucking PATH train. They done took the PATH train. I'm here now. Too late. Got to do something. Anyway, you got to change your environment. So I was like, all right, how do I get the motherfucking? How do I start? And it was difficult to start the online fitness business. I had to fucking figure shit out. I was making my own websites. Right, I like with HTML, my nigga, because ClickFunnels and lead pages, Shopify, all that, none of that shit existed, right? So I had to use HTML, my nigga, and I was able to figure it out. And then I met Elliot Hulse, who became like a mentor to me, like a big bro. Shout out to Elliot, and he put me onto a whole bunch of game, and then I just
did you like join one of his mentorships, or how'd you?
Nah, so what happened was I had got like 100,000 subscribers on YouTube.
Okay.
Right? You know, that's a milestone.
Which is huge back then.
And it was right when
what year was this that you hit it?
I don't know the year exactly, right? But it was right when whenever he got his $1 million. Yeah. And then I noticed he followed me on Instagram. I was like, oh shit, that's what's up, man, OG. And
it's gotta be like 2012 then.
Yeah, and then we started talking, and he said he was gonna be in Queens for a wedding because he's from New York. And then he came through to Queens, and then we went to the cigar lounge, started smoking cigars, and then we talked. He actually gave me a tip, pause, right there, that I took, and I made 20 grand off the fucking. He probably forgot he said it to me, but
was it the shirt?
Yeah, the shirt shit. So basically, he was telling me like he was selling those straight camp shirts, right? And he said he was just wearing them. He only made it for him, and then people kept asking, and he said, "All right, I'm only gonna sell it for this week, right?" And then when he got the shit, when he got the money, then he went and printed the shit, right? And he was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Fuck it, man. If it don't sell, I just refund everybody." You know what I'm saying? But it sold, so I did the same shit.
Yeah,
I started wearing this. I made some shirts. Me and the homie white boy Brian. We made some shirts. We was
How's
wearing them in the videos. Oh, he's doing great. He's head of my sales team.
Nice.
You know yeah, I mean, he made like $400,000 last year.
Nice.
I know. I wrote the check, man. And no, that's the homie. And what the fuck was that? Oh yeah. So we was wearing them.
It's great because you guys came up together. So I wanted to make sure the audience knows that loyalty is a huge.
That's the homie, man.
Yeah, y'all came up together literally from back then. I remember being them in your videos.
Yeah. For years, man. We still work together, you know. And I sold the shirts. I packaged it with like a workout plan or something, you know. And we sold them. And then Brian printed them up. Him and his girl printed them up and shipped them out. And I made 20 grand. I was like, oh shit. That's the same shit Trump's doing with the watches, right? You know, because if you read it, it says digital rendition. The watches may look different, right? Like that's why you won't get them till like November, December, because it's like the fucking orders are paying for them.
I didn't even know Trump had watches.
Oh, he's coming out with watches, man.
I know about the shoes, but I didn't know about the watches.
Oh man, they just dropped. You got to get you one. One is called the Fight. And it's called the Fight. Yeah, and it's I swear to God,
the watch is called Fight.
And
wow,
it's a dive watch. I ain't got nothing bad to say about it. It looked like a fucking it's like a Trump Submariner.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you guess what you're getting for Christmas. And then he's got $100,000 one too. All them shit he said, them shits. I bet my fucking house that them shits is pre-ordered. The orders are paying for them, right?
Yeah.
So it's a good play.
Yeah.
It's a good play.
That should look hard.
That's the $100,000 one. That's the tourbillon. Tourbillon is actually like a complicated watch movement. You know.
Yeah, that should look kind of hard.
Shit.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
What the fuck?
Hey man, fuck it.
Anyway,
All right.
so I made 20 grand, and then Elliot, I was on his email list. He sent an email list that he was gonna do an event in fucking London.
Yeah.
Right, where he's gonna teach people how to grow their online fitness business, and it was like a 3-day event. And I hit Elliot, yo, can I go? He was like, you got to pay. And I was like, all right. So I paid. It was like $1,400, which was a lot of money for me back then.
Yeah.
And plus, the flights and, room board.
Accommodation.
Yeah, all that shit. So I was like, let me take the risk and learn, right? Because there was no fucking resources to learn this shit. And I went back. I learned from him and his, one of the guys who's helping run his business, dude named Matt Gallant. And I tripled my income. And then I hit Matt up, and I was like, yo, can you mentor me? And I paid Matt like $1,400 a month for like a year. And that's when I made my first like million. Matt, he runs a fucking business called a Bio Optimizer, a supplement company. They did 50 mil last year.
Damn.
Yeah, now Massive G.
W Matt.
Matt Gallant, what up, homie? So I made my first million, and then I started making multiple millions after that. And then people started asking me how to do it, and that's when I started like teaching people how to grow their online fitness business, right? But that's a long ass winded story. But
in summary,
Now
though,
people know now how you did it.
you took effort and momentum
Yeah.
to build up your platform to 100K.
Mm-hmm.
Elliot saw you doing well, so you know what? I'm gonna follow him because he's doing his thing.
Yeah.
And then from that, you took action. So you know what? I'm gonna hit him up because I need some advice, and he became your mentor.
Yeah.
From there was smooth sailing.
Yeah, he's still my big bro to this day.
That's love, bro. That's love. And then how did you meet Myron?
All right. So first of all, like there should be a link in the bio. I got a free ebook. It's free about how to grow your online fitness business. It's called the 10 Commandments of Online Training, and it's free. You can just download it. It's in the bio.
There you go.
But how I met Myron, I was doing an event where I was teaching this shit similar to what Elliot was doing. I did an event in
Miami,
yeah.
at the W.
At the W.
Right down the street from here.
And then Myron showed up, and then he was like, yo, I want to do this, but I gotta fucking make sure that the fucking government says it's cool. And I was like, all right.
I had to get I tell you guys all the time, if you're a government employee, you have to do something called outside employment authorization.
Yeah.
So I went to go get that cleared up first. Then I came back. Because obviously he's like, bro, I deal with idiots like you all the time that say, bro, I want to, they don't got the money to just whatever. I had the money, but for me, I had to get the clearance first.
Right.
So I was like, all right, let me make sure I get this shit cleared. And then, boom. And then I got it cleared, and I hit him back like a month and a half later or whatever. And I remember I got on a call, and I was like, I'm ready to go. And he was like, oh, well, let's talk about it more. I was like, nah, man, I'm ready to go. Let's fucking do it. And then we just, we did it.
And he did it, man. Then he took it to the next level. And then we became cool. Like when I would come to Miami, because I lived in New York at the time. When I come to Miami, we kicked it a few times. We went out, you know what I'm saying? Did our thing, This is before any of this shit, you know what I'm saying?
Way before.
I remember the photo by American Social.
Oh, yeah.
Of you guys.
Yeah. Yeah, because you had a meetup with some of your students here, I think. So it was, what happened?
The watch.
Oh, y'all talking about the watch?
The fight.
The fight. That's what it's
there's
called.
a fight.
It's called the fight.
Okay, silver gold. It looks like
You weren't kidding.
Yo, pull up the red
like a
one though. The
Rolex.
red one's kind of hard. Yo, look at they gotta. Yo, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
This nigga
How
Trump.
much is this shit?
This what happened. That's when he got shot, right? So this
Yeah.
nigga, you listen, man. You fucking try to kill Trump, he gonna make a watch about it.
$500?
You know what I'm saying? You try to kill my nigga Trump.
So there's
Looks like a Rolex.
there's like a lower cost one, and then obviously the higher one,
Looks like a Rolex.
800. Yeah,
That's crazy.
Oh, that's the time is money. That's some new shit that wasn't out last
and that's
week.
the $100,000 one right there.
And then then the fight is only is 500.
All right,
I
fair
wonder if you
enough.
could buy and resell for a higher price.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
If they're limited edition, yeah, you definitely can. They're gonna make them limited.
Hey,
edition.
listen, man, that might be an investment
That's what
move
I'm
for
saying.
y'all, man. Buy you some
So-
fights, and then go.
That's fucking
and
marketing
resell
right
that
there.
shit.
But no, that was. But yeah, I remember that. So now that you guys kind of know Brandon's history, so Brandon, you are an expert in helping people make money,
Yeah,
right,
it's my
regardless
thing.
of the economy.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, it's an election year. We're 30 days away from the election. What do you think is a play now if people really want to go ahead and get into, maybe they might have a 9-to-5, they want to make some money, etc.
Yeah.
How can they go about just getting more money, making more money?
All right. So first of all, you got to realize that who's in the White House won't have as much effect on your life as who's in your house, like you know what I'm saying, like what you do. You know, that's what's really. I made my first million during the Obama administration. I made fucking more money during Trump's first term.
What year was it when you hit your first M?
I don't remember the exact year. It was in my early 30s though.
And Obama was in office?
Yeah, Obama was in office.
Okay. Oh, wait, to 2012.
That's tough then.
Somewhere in that range.
Yeah.
Oh, no, wait, hold on. No, he was in until
He was in.
2016.
Yeah, he was in there. Yeah,
Okay,
so
he was in there for 8 years.
He was in that bitch, and so and then I made even more money during Trump's administration, and I made the most money during the Biden administration, right? So it's like
Really?
yeah,
Past
man.
4 years. Okay.
It stands to reason that like, you know, it doesn't play that big of a role in your life. I mean, as far as it pertains to your own income. I mean, there will be ramifications, right? You know, for sure. Like Trump hooked up the tax break for me, not for all of y'all, right? But for me, man.
Or if you're a small business owner or a real estate guy, yeah, he definitely.
Yeah, so there was that, you know, and but you know, whatever happens, you just have the attitude that, you know, no matter what, you're gonna find a way to succeed, no matter what the environment you're in. Like, really have that attitude and really believe it and go after it. That's super important, because I seen people like fucking lose their shit when Trump lost the last election.
Oh yeah.
Right. I know. So I got a very diverse group of friends. Right. I got friends who motherfucking campaign.
Yeah, you really do, bro. Now that I think about it,
Yeah.
you got friends you got people like us that are pretty extreme on the right, and then you got other people that are swing more on the left.
Yeah, far left. You know what I'm saying? And I went to a gay wedding once, man. You know what I'm saying? Two of the homies got
You did what?
married. I went to a gay wedding, man. Yeah.
Don't say it on camera.
In New York. Like, I got, you know what I'm saying?
Nigga wild.
Nah, I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Nah, it was one of my girl's bosses.
Oh.
Yeah, she worked in fashion. It was back in the day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And but I went to that shit. I mean, I definitely like looked down when they said you may kiss. I was like, I don't see that shit. Let me know when it's over. You know what I'm saying? But it don't even matter, man, because it's like, I don't have to agree with everything someone says to be their motherfucking friend, right? That's too high of a.
And you lived in New
criteria
York for a very
friendship.
long time.
Yeah, man, it's whatever, man.
Yeah.
Also,
And
You just learn to kind of learn to just look the other way.
You know, I just don't give a fuck what
Yeah.
another nigga's talking about or what another nigga's doing, right? Like, I don't give a fuck, man. Like what Hov say, like what you eat don't make me shit. Like I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
You know, as long as you ain't fucking with me and my money, you know what I'm saying?
good.
Then I'm straight. You not fucking with my family or my money. Then I don't really give a fuck. You know, like real libertarian type values for me. Like let everybody do their thing. Just don't get in my motherfucking way. You know, that's kind of how I see the world.
That's
But,
smart.
Yeah, you know, like I don't give a fuck.
I'll say this though, when it comes to making money and being in a world of corporate and access, people that you don't agree with are gonna have money, and you go to business with them regardless. So,
Yeah.
matter of fact is, they may not be, so to speak, your type of
Brandon's
person.
smart about it. He stays apolitical, which is actually the way to go.
100%.
As a businessman.
That's smart, bro.
Yeah, like I said, I got friends who campaigned for Bernie Sanders. I got friends. One of my boys got arrested for storming the Capitol.
Oh shit!
Yeah, the motherfucker.
You know
there's
January
a
6th,
pic- There's the picture of this motherfucker. I was like, oh, like me and my boy. My boy Jeremy knew him 2 years. Jeremy was on the show years ago, right? And he was like, "Yo, you got to, yo, such and such.
You know this guy?
Look at this shit." He was like, "Oh," I was like, "Oh fuck," because we both knew him. And we was like, "Oh fuck," we didn't know he was that deep into it. You know what I'm saying? So I got a diverse friend group. You know what I'm saying? And the
FBI coming.
The point is, like, he let that shit. This motherfucker was a multi-millionaire though. He used to run ads for Russell Brunson and like big time marketers. He was like
shit.
Yeah. And he let that fucking shit fuck him up. Meanwhile, I'm over here making more money. Right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Where my fault.
No, you go, bro. You still got that ringtone.
I get money.
I like it.
I get money.
My man is stuck in 2007. I love it though.
Nah, I'm old school, man.
Yeah.
I'm
I will
old
say
school.
this, though,
Nigga.
that ringtone is classic.
Yeah.
It's classic.
50
bro.
Cent is G.
You know,
Yeah.
but it's like
I get money.
you can't control outside people.
Yeah.
Marcus Aurelius said you can't control outside people or outside events. You can only control your mind. And once you realize that, then you'll have full strength.
actually,
or some shit like that.
I think
is
it's
what he
important.
said.
You know, let's talk about that real quick. Like the mindset, because you know we are laughing, ha ha ha. You got a G-Unit song, you know, in 2024. I get money, you know.
Yeah.
And then, but you know, I've been to your house. I've had the, you know,
Luxury.
the luxury of visiting your fantastic home.
Thanks,
and you
man.
have $100 bills everywhere. We went and did your podcast, right?
Well,
And literally everything is Benjamin Franklin here, Benjamin Franklin there. Money like signs everywhere. But when I thought about it, I was like, this actually is a very interesting, I guess, psychology trick, so to speak. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, well, one is like I'm not classy, right? I'm not a classy motherfucker. I'm a G. I'll fuck you up. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to be classy, right? I'm still a fucking street nigga to the heart. But anyway, so like that's a part of that shit. But it's also, you ever notice when one of your friends gets a car and you start seeing that car everywhere?
Yeah.
Right? You're not a motherfucking X-Man, right? You're not
Like the yellow car.
Right.
Yeah.
What happens is there's a part of your brain called the RAS, the reticular activation system, and it gets activated when you see something that's important or something that's around all the time. You start seeing more of it. So the car was already there, you just didn't see it before, right? Because it wasn't activated in that part of your brain, right? But once it's activated, you start seeing it everywhere, right?
It's activated for me on a certain topic.
Yeah, for sure. No,
Bro, no, let's keep going though.
Right. So it's important.
Can you please mentor him some more? Please, him some more, please.
Just keep going. Keep going.
So it's important that you really, those inputs, right? Because imagine if your friend sees the car.
Yeah.
If your friend sees the car, you start seeing it everywhere. What if your friend starts talking about his problems all the time? He starts complaining, starts being a bitch. What are you gonna see all the time? You're gonna
Same
see,
thing.
right?
Yeah.
But what if you use that shit to your advantage? Right, so if you start seeing, so for the money shit and the ringtone is like, I want to think about money because I want to see different opportunities to get it the same way I see the car. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Right. So it's like, it's bigger than that. It's more like just the way you got to think. It's not like positive thinking. It's, for example,
Intent.
It's intent, right?
Yeah.
Like, okay, so I was with my son, and we was in Atlanta, right? We was at there's a Lego Discovery shit. He likes to fuck with that shit. And I had the nigga on my neck, and we was walking around because that's how that's his preferred method of travel, like being on my neck, right?
Yeah.
And so we walking around, I was like, oh shit, there's an Omega store in here. I like watches, right? So I was like, let me see what the fuck Omega talking about. And I go up in there and I see this watch that I think it's kind of cool. And I'm looking at him like, how much is that? And he was like, oh, it's like 10 grand. And my son was like, $10,000 for a watch? That's too much. I don't know who taught him that bullshit, right? But I took
mom
this,
right there.
I took this nigga off my head. I was like, hey. Look here, man. Never say nothing's too much money, right? You can have anything you want if you work hard enough. You can have anything you want if you work hard. Don't ever let nobody tell you can't do nothing. Don't even tell yourself that, nigga. If you want something, you can go get. Nah, I didn't say nigga. If you want it, you can go get it. All right, straight up. Like you can have anything you want if you work hard enough, right? Because that's some broke nigga shit, right? To say it's too much, you should be like, instead of saying something's too much money, I say, man, I need to get more money. Right, because then I'll start looking for opportunities. But if I say it's too much, it's like classic Rich Dad Poor Dad shit. Y'all had Kiyosaki on here, right? That's where I first read that shit in his book when I was like 19, but I adopted that with everything, right? So it's like I don't say shit is too much money. I say, nah, man. How can I get more money? So right there, I was like, told the Omega man, I was like, yo, Omega man, give me 2 of these watches so I can flex on this nigga right quick, man. You know what I'm saying?
Omega man.
And but you got to do that with everything, like straight up. It's like I won't say I'm tired. I say, yo, I got to get more energy. I don't say I'm hungry. I'll be like, no, I got to go get some food, right? I'm not saying you got to keep that with everything. Oh, I can't get no girls, man. I got to find a way to get the house, right? It's whatever. You got to focus on what you want, because if you say both of them are true, it's not. I don't think of it as positive thinking. I think about it as not being negative, right? You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. In the government, we used to say, find a way to say yes versus finding a way to say no.
Because both things
like,
can be
how
true.
can we get this done?
Also, when you look at kids, they see their parents do certain things and they say, you know what? All right, they're poor and they got to save money, so this is all I could afford when I get older as well. And you're saying, you know what? Nah, fuck all that. Think in a way we can afford it once you put in the work together.
If you put in enough work, right? So he's can't be a spoiled motherfucker, right? It's like, you can have whatever you want if you work hard enough for it. And I want everybody to know that, right? That's a big message. Like, I ain't trying to sell nothing on here. Like, that's one of the messages
and
I want to get across.
And I think that goes back to the ringtone. They laugh at you and they might say, well, I mean, we're making some jokes or whatever.
No, it's fun.
But the reality is like you have it in your brain, get money all the time. So even when your phone rings, it tells you, I get money. And it's reaffirming that all the time. You go home and you're surrounded by, all of these signs like, I need to make more money.
Because you could have said, you know what, Elliot's training is too much money for me. I'm going to just stay here and figure shit out.
Yeah,
but you say, you know what? Nah, I'm I'm gonna find a way to make this work. Pay for the hotel, pay for the flight, and go to that training. And look where you are now.
Yeah, if you look for ways to do it, your mind will find it. Like your mind is like super powerful, and I don't mean it. I don't want to sound like one of these motherfucking white girls who collect rocks and shit, or like tell you about her horoscope, right? You know what I'm saying? I don't, but it's like on some real shit. Your brain will be able to figure shit out. It's like it's more advanced than any AI or anything, but you got to program it right. So I say, man, no, how do I get this shit? Yeah. Right. I never talk about my problems. I always phrase it in a way where it's like, how can I get past it? You know, and I don't let people around me talk like that because bitch assness is contagious.
It is.
Right. Like if your friend says, starts talking, if your friend can get a car and then you see that car everywhere, what happens when he starts talking about his problem? When he starts complaining, when he starts acting like a bitch? Right, you're gonna see more of that shit in your life. Bitch assness is a disease, right? It's contagious and it spreads. So like, if one of my homies or someone around me says some bitch nigga shit, I'm immediately gonna be like, hey man, don't say nothing, don't say that about yourself, right? If he says, man, I can't do that, I'm like, no, don't say that about yourself, nigga. You can if you want to, you just haven't chose to. That's cool, and that's okay, because at least that's responsibility, right? But you can do it. You are capable, my nigga. Like I won't let nobody say nothing around me. And yo, my students, sometimes they'll be like, man, I'm trying to get more followers. I'm like, and then everybody will flip out because they know what's coming next. I'll be like, you what? Use the T word, nigga. You just say try.
Trying.
Nigga, did you say try? You a motherfucking trybaby? You a motherfucking trybaby, man? We don't use that type of profanity here, man. You must be new. We don't use the T word. You either gonna do it or you not, homie. You know what I'm saying? But we ain't out here trying to do shit like hoes. Bitches try to do shit. We don't try to do shit. We fucking gonna do it or we're not gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? Or I'd rather you, if you're gonna try anything, you need to die trying. Like that's the only kind of try that I'll accept.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? No. Like, but it's like
success is black and white, man. It really is. It really is. You do it or you don't.
That behavior means that the way you speak to yourself, it means something. It means something because it programs your brain how you behave. You say, think about it. One nigga says, yeah, I'm gonna try to do this, and one nigga says, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna find a way to do this no matter what. Just who you gonna bet on?
Yeah, you're right.
Who would you bet on?
You're right.
Also, that energy when you
fuck the word try, I like that.
Yeah. Don't let nobody say that shit.
When you put it out there where you say, you know what, I'm gonna do this. You know what happens? People meet you and they say, you know what, this guy's energy is good. Yeah. I want to help him on his journey. They want to help you because they see you're ambitious. You want to make it as well, so they'll help you along your journey. I don't know if the like law of attraction and all that other shit is real, but what I do know is a motherfucker who got that motherfucking drive. You can see it, and when you're around a person like that, you feel like you can accomplish more. Yeah. Right. You know what I'm saying? So I try to instill that into everyone I'm around, not just because I'm a nice guy, but more. It's like I don't want if they're going to be on. I don't want them to be on some bitch shit. At least not around me because it's contagious, right? So I want to make you feel like you can do whatever you want. I want to give you that feeling. So like we on the same vibration. Because if you come in with that bitch shit, then that bitch assness might fucking seep into my motherfucking being, and next thing you know, I'm out here trying to do shit like a hoe. Fuck that shit, my nigga.
That is so true, man.
You got to go after it. That's a big part of the mindset, my nigga.
So that's the first step to making money is having the mindset down packed.
Yeah, having the mind. That's the very first step. We can go into some more tactical stuff, but the reason I kind of want to save like the tactical stuff because we've seen niggas, especially over the last 3-4 years, make money and then lose it all because they didn't have the mindset right. You know what I'm saying? That's how my dad lost it all. You know, feel me?
You know, something just hit me in the head since we're talking about 2000s music. In the song "Till I Collapse," Nate Dogg, Eminem, I think he said it literally. Success is my only fucking option. Failure is not.
Yeah.
And I think when people had that do or die mentality, right? You know, whether it's me taking that chance, right? I'm gonna fucking spend this money. I'm putting it on credit. I don't go fuck because I'm gonna make this shit back because I believe in myself. That is much more powerful than saying, "Oh, well, I'm gonna try to do it."
Come on, man.
Or I'm going to work at it. Like, no, you're going to fucking do it.
You don't get what you want, you get what you have to have. Yeah. You will not rise to your ambitions, you will fall to your standards. So it's not even about trying to get more. It's about accepting no less. You get what I'm saying? Like you gotta raise the floor. Yeah. Right? I won't accept less than 100K this year. Yeah. I won't accept less than this amount of money. Right.
That's way more powerful than
standards.
I'm gonna
Raising your
try to make
standards.
100K per year versus I will not accept anything less than this.
Is it a standard or not? You know what I'm saying?
Devil's advocate. Well, Brandon, you got lucky, bro. You lucky met Elliot Hulse.
Yeah.
I'm not lucky like you. How am I gonna make it, bro?
Well, listen, man. It's like here's the thing. Here's the thing. Had I not put in all that work, I wouldn't have got lucky. You know what I'm saying? Like that opportunity wouldn't have. Had I not already been on the path, I wouldn't even had the opportunity to get lucky. You get what I'm saying? Like
I always say, when people say luck, I say luck is the combination of preparation
And hard work.
and opportunity.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Opportunity and preparation coming together, boom, that's the luck.
Because if you can't see the opportunity, then what is that?
Yeah.
luck
That's
is the
all you.
last dying wish of those who think that success can happen on accident.
Boom.
Right, it's got to be planned out. It was strategic. Like this, my whole path
Boom.
was planned out, strategic, and there was upsets. There was setbacks. A lot of bad shit happened along the way, right? But you got to just keep going. You got to really plan this shit out and be thorough. You feel me? Like here's something. All right, you can say it's luck, and there's fortunate things that happen. Like one of the things I had like great parents. Like that's lucky. But with me being born on the south side of Chicago, was that lucky? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you gotta turn it around. But it's hard to say somebody's lucky when it's like, look, this is my calendar, right? Like
Yeah.
every hour, every day
Look at
is
that,
planned
guys.
out.
Yeah.
My nigga. Like
Yo,
every
that's
hour, every day,
insane, bro.
My nigga. Like remember I saw on your CEO network. I told these niggas that. Like, and this is today, right? There's no white space. It's like 1 or 2 hours of white space. Here, when am I gonna do some fuck shit? When am I gonna do some bullshit? Right? When I got it planned from 4:30 to like the whole day, right? I'm strategic.
Yeah.
You get what I'm
And
saying?
if you
So
look
it's not
at
luck.
if they follow you on Instagram, King Keto,
Thanks, man.
you can see he posts like as soon as he wakes up at like 4:30 in the morning every day or
4:30, 5:30, depending on what time I went to sleep, 4 or 5:30.
Yeah, and it's literally like he's like up early in the morning all the time. You know what I mean? So and everything's planned out every single day.
Yeah, it's
Hard to fail when you have it like that.
It's hard. It's hard. Any motherfucker who's strategic about his life, plans it out, and works that plan, it's like that motherfucker will seem lucky over a long enough period of time. You know what I'm saying? Like, when people say, "Man, I work hard," or like, the difference between working hard, I work at capacity. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's different than working hard.
Yeah.
Right, that's capacity. You will not fail if you go all out. I mean, when I say all out, I mean at capacity. I read a book when I was really young. I might have been 19 to 20. It's called The Science of Getting Rich. And he said over and over again, he said, do all that can be done each day. All that can be done each day. Like doing all that can be done is not working hard. It's not grinding, it's hustling. It's capacity.
Yeah.
Like you cannot have done no more. And doing each day, it's not sometimes, not most of the time, it's not a lot of time, it's each day. And if you work at capacity each day, you cannot fail. No one, I've never seen it happen. And if you're not where you are, where you want to be, start working at capacity each day. That's more than working, because working hard is arbitrary. Are you going as hard as you can go? Are you doing it every day? You're doing it sometimes once in a while. It's a difference, you know? And that's why it's like you can outwork poverty if you're in a first world country, right? If you're in some shit country, nigga, fresh guy, however fresh did it, he might have like a master class on how to get out of the
Barbados is not third world. Come on, man. Maybe Haiti, but not Barbados, nigga.
Yeah,
Give it a beat,
yeah, my fault, man.
Come on, man. Come
My
on,
fault.
baby.
Yeah, I don't know. I've been to Barbados.
I ain't
my
lying,
nigga.
bro.
I mean, that's
I've been to
true. That is
Barbados.
true.
I seen mad huts.
Where'd you go, nigga? You didn't
To
go to
Barbados.
what part?
Bombaka.
What part yoga?
The part. I don't know Bayesian.
went to Haiti.
I don't know Bayesian geography like that, my nigga.
You went to the Bahamas. No.
Cheese
But real
on
talk, though, I
bread.
get what you're saying, though, because in any case, though, minding your environment, you can make it work. But it's funny because we get it all the time. It's Barbados is a poor country. It's not. It's just we're in the hemisphere of these other places.
Yeah,
That's all.
I'm just fucking with
I
you,
know, I know
fresh,
you are.
man. You know my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like fresh is my nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Actually, he did a coaching call with my guys, City Network. And he taught them about having a schedule.
Yeah.
Bro, I kid you not. A couple of them follow the schedule, and now they're making hella money doing clips, doing
Yeah.
content, and it's because they had a schedule. Before they had no schedule. They just wake up, wing it, and try to figure it out.
Oh, you
Yeah.
can't wing it, man. If you
Yeah.
fail to plan, you plan to fail.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? It's like you got to be able to plan shit. You got to measure shit. You got to track shit. And that I think that would probably be the next step, is to really like start working at capacity. But the only way to do that is to use your calendar. So Google Calendar, it's free, right? I don't get no affiliate links for.
And it's funny because you've been doing this since I met you, and you probably been doing it before even then.
Bro, I got videos from like 10 years ago, man. You plan out every day in your calendar, you know, every hour of every day, right? And that'll help you with any bad habits you're trying to get rid of too,
Really
because there's no time for the bullshit.
Yeah.
There's no time for it. You know what I'm saying? If you want to, because people just want to break bad habits, you got to replace them.
I like that.
You know what I'm saying? You got to replace them.
It's not about breaking bad habits, about replacing them. I like that.
Yeah, you got to.
And I think that'll be easier for a lot of people to apply.
Yeah.
Like where instead of gambling,
Yeah.
you could take that hour, get the fuck off stake,
Yeah.
and actually make some real fucking money.
Yeah. Or you just want motherfuckers be wanting to stop beating off all the time. It's like you just gonna sit around bored, not beating off. Nah, man, you got to go do some shit. You got to do some. You got to have a game plan.
Alternative, find the girl and then
or find a hoe. You know what I'm saying? Put your energy in transmute that energy, my nigga.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Actually, Brandon, I want your advice on this, man, because I feel like a lot of guys will learn from you and how you kind of have like a lot of level of like I want to say control.
Swag.
Control.
Oh, my fault. Okay.
Swag as well.
Okay.
Now you do. How does someone?
The kids still say swag?
Nah, that shit old. That's Soldier Boy era.
it?
Shout out Soldier Boy, by the way.
I was about to turn my swag up and get crunk.
This nigga old.
I was about to get crunk out here.
Brandon showed his age. It's
Yeah, for
2005, bro.
I was
It's
about to
okay. I'm old too, bro.
Yeah,
See,
yeah.
this nigga just turned. Yeah, bro. We are old.
I'm 42.
Wait,
Yeah, man.
Bills, how old are you, Bills?
I'm 30. Yeah.
Mo?
30.
34.
Oh, 34.
Yeah, I thought I was the youngest.
I'm 34. You 32.
I'm old school, man.
42.
Tupac,
I look
Wu-Tang.
40 though. Fuck that shit.
Yeah, you do look 40, nigga.
It works my
You-
favor.
yeah.
It works my favor.
You're the youngest one here, but
So yeah, let's say a guy is trying to navigate life, make some money, do the right things, but girls are a problem.
Girls
oh,
are
guys, by the way, get your questions in. You guys got Brandon fucking Carter in the house, man. So, guys, if you guys got questions about business, making money online, whatever it may be, mindset, get your questions in, and we'll do a Q&A at the end. Sorry,
Yeah.
keep going, bro.
And I had the same issue where like I was, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
doing okay, saved some money up, bought some property, but I was womanizing like crazy.
Yeah.
And I took a lot of time on my time I could put into work, you know, making moves. And I met Myron, and it kind of curved till he's like, yo, bro, get off your shit,
Yeah,
nigga.
focus, yeah.
Like, focus on making money. What would you say to people that want to make money, but girls are a distraction?
Well, one of the good things is like you say you met Myron, right? So you get around people who are doing other shit who elevate you, right? Who actually like help you raise your standards, right? Because you, especially if Myron's like doing this thing, you don't want to get lapped, right? So it's almost like a positive peer pressure. You get what I'm saying? That's why it's important, the environment. You really got to cultivate your environment with winners, you know? And however you can, whatever it takes to do that. That's one step. So you see how that works
So I
for
can
you.
join a group.
Yeah, just get around some
community.
motherfuckers who are actually like doing big shit,
Yeah.
right? And here's the thing, Fresh, and this is for everyone. And this will apply to a lot of different vices. So Sigmund Freud, he had something called the pleasure principle, where he basically said that human beings are always, any decision they make, they're either moving towards pleasure or away from pain, perceived pleasure or perceived pain, right? And once you raise your standards of what you're going to accept in life and what you want, what happens is when you're not moving in that direction, you'll start to feel pain. You know what I'm saying? When something is like fucking stopping you from accomplishing your goals, doing it will start to be painful once your standards are high enough. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because you'll know you're not moving towards your goal. But if you have low goals, then the vices seem more attractive. They seem more pleasurable. You get what I'm saying? But if you have intense goals and you serious, man, and you believe it's possible, right? And you're not moving towards it, then you start to feel bad when you're doing that other shit. You get what I'm saying? So it changes your association with pain and pleasure. And then when that happens, you don't really need discipline as much. You get what I'm saying? Because it's now you want, discipline means you do what you're supposed to do when you're supposed to do it, whether you want to or not, which is a good quality to cultivate. However, it's actually, in my opinion, I feel like it's amateur night, right? Because the real level is when you want what you want your thing so bad you don't need discipline to go after it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Discipline is like the training wheels. I agree with
It's
you on
like
that
training
one.
wheels, right?
It'll last you for a year or two, but yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
You're right.
yeah. It's not meant to be sustainable. Like you just grit your teeth through that. You got to change your association with pain and pleasure. So like one of the things, this will help you exactly with your question though. I call this the list of hate. So everyone do this, man. Get an iPhone, get the Notes app. If you got an Android phone, then get the fucking Dork app or whatever, and make a list of all the people who fucking shitted on you, hated on you, did you wrong, talk shit about you, right? And look at that list every day, right? Look at that list every day, and then what happens over a certain amount of time, you'll start to understand it. Like, oh, when you're not working on your goals, the haters are fucking winning. You can't let the haters win. You know what I'm saying?
That works.
Yeah, it
This
works.
tactic works.
Yeah, it's very important. And also, if they were hating on you, if they said you couldn't do something and you don't do it, it wasn't hate. It was just a fair assessment of your motherfucking capabilities. They were just right. Yeah. You're either proving them right or you're proving them wrong. But if you're not thinking about it, then you might just liable to do anything. Right? You do that, you look at that list of hate. Then also you got to have a list of great. I recommend you look at this every morning, especially if somebody needs motivation, right? The list of great, you take a version of yourself. Imagine a version of yourself who accomplished all your goals. What kind of attributes does this motherfucker have? Like, what time does he wake up? What time does he go to sleep? What are his habits? Is he out here getting high, fucking bitches all the time, right? Is he out here fucking smoking, what y'all call it? OG Kush? What y'all call, what the kids call it now?
Trees?
Y'all smoking it.
Zaza.
Y'all smoking that.
Oh, Zaza,
y'all smoking that.
Zaza.
That Zaba. The Zaza. All right, yo, what is he doing? Is he doing that shit? Is he fucking eating fucking candies and cakes like a child? Like, what's he doing, right? Write down all the positive attributes that this motherfucker has and look at that every day, too, right? And what happens is once you start acting incongruent with what's on that list of great, it's going to be like a dopamine hit every time you do it. Every time you catch yourself acting incongruent with what's on that list, because then you'll know you're becoming the man that you actually need to be to accomplish the goals that you want to accomplish, right? And then over a period of time, you'll start to change your associations with pain and pleasure. Now working hard, focusing will be more pleasurable than going out fucking some random bitch. You know what I'm saying? Maybe not immediate gratification, but it's like you'll know you're moving towards a higher version of yourself.
Right.
You'll be chasing victory as opposed to chasing dopamine, and you'll start to feel better about yourself, and you'll also start to have more confidence. Right? A lot of times motherfuckers don't have confidence in themselves, but a big reason for that is because they haven't given themselves a reason to be fucking confident.
Yep.
But when you acting in accordance of, when you are behaving like the man that you need to be to accomplish your goals, you start to believe in yourself. You start to trust yourself more. You start to like yourself more. And then that's where confidence comes from. You can't just be confident. That's fucking bullshit. That's just for like children and women, right? A man has to give himself a reason to be confident.
Fact.
He has to give himself a reason to be himself. He has to give himself a reason to like himself.
Yeah.
If you don't like yourself, you're gonna do all types of fuck shit. You're gonna do a lot more of those vices. I'm not saying you fucking bitches because you don't like yourself, right? You have it's biological shit, right? But at the same time, it's like the more you like yourself, the more you are gonna want to see what you're made of.
Yeah.
Reach your potential. Damn, I'm that nigga. Especially if you every day you got a list of shit you're supposed to do. You start knocking it out. You start feeling like, damn, I'm that nigga. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, what else could I do? You feel me?
Yeah.
You know, and you'll start to feel better about yourself, and then you'll get to a point, fresh. You know what I'm saying? And you're a successful dude, right? But like this mentality. If you start doing what I'm telling you, what's gonna happen is, it's like bitches are gonna seem like a burden to a certain degree, right? Like all these hoes coming at you is gonna be like, it's gonna be burdensome. You know, it's like, fuck, man, you know, these fucking hoes. You know, it's like I'm trying to get my shit together. You probably feel that way now. You know what I'm saying?
You know, it's funny. I wish you came out with this product years ago. Thought repellent.
Oh yeah, we got a product called thought
Would have
repellent.
saved you some trouble earlier this year.
It's coming soon, man. We had some scientists put it together. It's thought repellent. It's an easy to apply spray to keep the hoes away.
You should have brought it, bro.
Yeah,
Damn.
I'll let you know when we had the launch. I'll bring it, man. You know what I'm saying? You spray it on yourself. Only the good women will like you, but like the hoes that you needed it. You know what I'm saying? You needed it because I thought I was about to have a nephew.
Hell no, bro.
I thought I was about to have a Chinese nephew.
Hell no, bro.
I was excited. I was gonna teach that nigga like life lessons, and he was gonna teach me karate. I was ready. I was ready, man. I was ready to learn kung fu from this little nigga. You know what I'm saying? And I was going, let's
Yo.
That's funny.
Lord.
W Brandon.
Oh man.
I was excited for all of us. we were all gonna be motherfucking ninjas. Once this little nigga started training us.
I was looking forward to. I was looking forward to Brandon. I ain't gonna
Listen,
lie.
man.
Damn, man.
Yeah, call it luck. But then
thank
we
God.
got hit. We just got Hiro pissing on everybody.
Yeah.
That's my real son over there, man.
Yeah, this nigga, bro. We got instead of a Chinese kid, we got a Japanese fucking fox.
See, I prefer Japanese, bro.
Yo,
But yeah,
this nigga's not trained at all, bro.
But to your point, like honestly, once you change your association with pain and pleasure, like it won't even take discipline to go to your goals. Like it takes me discipline to do other shit.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like to do shit that's not incongruent with my goals, it takes discipline to do that. And I might do it for like obligatory reasons, or and I'll find a way to enjoy it, right? But it's like.
That's like me going to a club now.
Yeah,
Now it's a burden for me to go to the
You
club.
know, because you'd rather be working on your goals.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about. Once you change that, then it's not discipline. It's a high discipline is like level 1, man. It's basic shit. And a lot of niggas need to start there, right?
Yeah.
But the fucking next level is when it takes discipline to not go after your goals.
Right.
And the only way I know how to do that is to change your association with pain and pleasure. And then also and to change your association to list the hate and list the great, man. I'm telling you.
You know, you mentioned the whole confidence thing, which I think is very important. Like confidence really is earned for men.
You gotta earn it,
And
man.
I've said before, competence leads to accomplishments, then which leads to confidence.
Yeah.
And you got to get some shit under your belt, guys.
You got to. I mean, it's like
Simply put.
I used to say that shit like years ago. I said competence comes from confidence comes from competence.
Yeah.
And when niggas you say no, you should just be confident. I'm like, no, that's fucking
That's a lie.
delusional, my
Fairy
nigga.
tale, like-
That's fucking insane.
So
That's
that's the girls that come on this show.
yeah. That is exactly. You see,
Confidence for no reason.
no, man. Confidence and they're confusing confidence with self-love.
Yeah.
Right? You know what I'm saying? For example, I love my son, but like I can't leave him alone for a day, right? He would fucking die, right? I'd go to jail. You know what I'm saying? You get locked up for shit like that, right? Yeah. My grandma, she was like 96 when she passed. We loved her, right? But we didn't have confidence in her. She couldn't even sleep alone, man, because she couldn't shit without assistance, right? Like, that didn't mean we didn't love her, but she was totally incompetent, but that didn't mean we didn't love her, right? So you can still love yourself, I guess, you know what I'm saying, if without competence. Yeah. But to have confidence in yourself, you got to be good at something. And I'm not confident in everything I do, right? It's like I wouldn't try to do my own plumbing, right? I don't have no competence in that, right? I'm not a fucking Mario brother. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never plumbed shit. I don't know how to fuck with pipes. You know what I'm saying? Pumps, right? You know what I'm saying?
Well, Brandon, to be fair, we're all plumbers here. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I see what you did there. You did this guy. This guy.
Give him a comedy special.
Take this show on the road.
Netflix, yeah, give him a Netflix
Take this show
special.
on the road, man.
This nigga, bro.
You missing your calling, nigga. You need to be on Theo Von.
Thank
right
you,
now.
bro. See? He knows, man. That's my guy.
Yeah, no, but it's like once you get good at something, then you'll have confidence in yourself. Like there's certain things I have the utmost confidence in myself. There's certain things I have very little confidence in myself, and that's okay. Like you can't be great at everything. You don't need to be. If you get good at one or two, if you get exceptional at one or two things,
Delegate.
yeah. But nobody. Oh shit, man, this chick almost scared the shit out of me. I just turned around and there was a white woman over here, man. I ain't know what staring over me. I ain't know what was gonna happen, man.
Bro, I thought it was the end.
Where did she come
Oh,
from?
shit.
Indictment.
It's like,
Oh, shit. All those years are coming back.
it's all good, man. I was like, nah, man, the baby's not mine.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh my god.
What are we talking about?
Brandon,
No, we were
My
talking
grandma-
about.
you should be a comedian, bro. Honestly.
Oh, people laugh when I talk, but I don't know if that means I should be a comedian. Because sometimes it's intentional, sometimes it's not. Like I feel like comedians, they plan that shit. I would never want to fucking
they do
put
plan
myself in that under that kind of pressure, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's the next thing you got to do, man. We should talk about getting. That's the last time it's gonna happen. All right, you got to get good at something.
Yeah.
Right? Something you can exchange for currency, right? Building skills. That's the next level. And the beauty is you can get good at anything. I really believe this. So if you read Malcolm Gladwell's book Outliers, and there's a lot of other books around the same topic. There's one called Talent is Overrated, another one called Talent Code, and they all come to the same conclusion that mastery, being world class at anything, takes about 10,000 hours.
Yeah.
Right, but you don't. That makes you one of the best in the world. Like, to make a few $1 million, you don't need to be the best in the world at most shit. You know what I'm saying? Right? Look at this podcast. This dog's running around pissing and shit. Y'all not the best in the world, but y'all are really good. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I almost got pissed on, motherfucking white women popping out the closet. You know what I'm saying? It's like, but y'all fucking really good, and y'all better than almost everybody, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all really good. 10,000 hours, right? Check it out. I think after 1,000 hours, you're fucking good. That's something I've noticed, man. After 1,000 hours of practice on anything, and you can get there with just reps. Like, if you want to get good at sales, if you want to get good at marketing, you want to get good at social media, it's just reps. If you can get 1,000 hours of practice in almost anything, you'll be better than almost everybody. You know what I'm saying? You play guitar for 1,000 hours, you're gonna get good at it. You know what I'm saying? You play fucking 100 hours makes you not bad. I know that from, like, cause I play guitar, keyboard, and drums and shit, and you practice an hour a day for 3 months, you'll be like, not bad, not great, right? The motherfucking bitches ain't gonna throw panties at you, right? But it's like, oh, that guy's not bad. But 1,000 hours makes you good. You can get good at fucking anything if you put in at least 1,000 hours. So then you just plan it. Then it's just like, okay, plan that time in your calendar. And work at it, get some skills, you know, and if you really want to up the learning curve, get some sort of mentor or coach in that regard. That will take it to the next level.
That really is the game changer, is getting a coach, man. I don't think people understand, like, how much time you save doing that shit, bro. Trying to figure it out on your own is literally stupid.
It'd be like when you was in school, if you tried to, instead of having a math teacher, if you tried to invent algebra, right? Like, you don't even have to do that shit. Like, somebody can coach you through it. Like, motherfuckers already did the hard work for it.
Someone's been there before. Just follow their roadmap.
Yeah.
Pretty simple.
I mean, listen, some people be like weird, just like they're jealous of their friends. You guys probably experienced that, so I'm sure you have, right? At your level of success, where your friends get jealous. But me, man, I be wanting my friends to be more successful than me, because that means when I go down that path, they've already smoothed it out for me. They can tell me what to avoid and what. For example, my boy Jeremy, we both been working on this thing. I don't want to talk what it was, but he got there first, right? He's made over $1 million with this thing. I don't want to say what it is, right? It's legal, but you know, it's legal, right? It's just it'd be.
And for those that are wondering, like, Jeremy is a really good digital marketing like professional.
We had him on.
We had him on. We need to bring him back, actually.
Yeah,
that's the homie, man.
Yeah,
he just moved by me.
Oh,
he bought his balcony is as big as my whole. Y'all seen how big my crib is, right?
Yeah.
His balcony is as big as my crib.
Wow.
Damn.
Yeah, straight up.
Wait, penthouse or regular?
It's penthouse.
He got rid of the crib, the other one?
He's about to move out of it in a minute. You know what I'm saying? But
and now he's here in Miami.
This is the last month of the lease on that, but now he's in Miami. But anyway, he's one of my best friends. But he was working on something.
We'll bring him back, because a lot of you guys want to get into the digital world and get into digital marketing. We'll bring Jeremy on.
Bring Jeremy on.
Yeah, actually, y'all should come together.
Oh, I'd love to. Yo, that's the homie.
Yeah, you know what? We got y'all niggas.
Yeah.
Because we're going to give you guys some sauce, because Jeremy's someone we actually spoke with whenever we wanted to do our course and stuff like that, consulting with him. One of the best digital marketers in the fucking
legit
game.
One of the best.
100%.
He was trained
One of the best.
Like, yeah, he was trained underneath Cardone and he worked for Todd Lopez, and then he started his own.
Now he runs a lot of their shit, right?
A lot of, he doesn't run their shit, but anymore he used to run.
Yeah,
he was running their shit for a while.
Yeah,
he was running. What's his name? Shit, the Asian dude. Dan Locke shit for Mad Long.
Oh, Dan Locke, yeah.
Yeah, he was running his ads. He's the one who like really ran it up.
You know what? Fuck it, let's do it next Monday.
I hit him up, man. He's in town.
Because a lot of people, the number one thing that people want to do is become influencers.
Yeah.
So it's like, bro, you know what? We'll fucking teach you guys. We'll bring on one of the best guys. Any big marketer that you guys see on the internet, Jeremy's had a hand in it. I promise y'all.
Actually,
for
we
sure.
can get them
to some degree.
A one-on-one on CastleClub, step by step.
Oh, he'll break the shit down for you.
Yeah.
Man. You know what I'm saying?
CastleClub.
Yeah.
We got you guys.
Yeah.
So like,
so we'll bring him on and we'll do a CastleClub thing for y'all.
His shit, like, a lot of his whole thing is getting people to $1 million a month. Like, so you got to have a big business to do that. Like, he don't take on like clients, but he'll come give y'all some game. He won't try to sell nothing because there ain't enough motherfuckers making $1 million a month.
Yeah.
Right. But anyway,
we can at least help guys get their shit started.
Exactly. He'd love to do that. But anyway, we were working on this thing, and it cost him like $100,000 to start having success. And because he did it first, he like anytime I ran into a roadblock, he hit me up, and I accomplished the same thing with 10 grand. You know what I'm saying? Because I avoided all the mistakes he made. That's what I'm saying. So like, it's okay for your friends to be doing better than you. In fact, I be wanting my friends to come up, man. I do whatever I can to help my friends come up, because if they do better than me, then they not only they smooth out the path for me, but God forbid some shit happens, shit hits the fan, and I need help. But if I've been helping my friends for fucking years or decades, then they'd be happy to fucking cash in some of that reciprocity. They'd be happy to, right? So it's like another form of insurance as well. But also when you get to certain levels, it's like you want to have your homies there too. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't want to be alone. You know, it's lonely at the top, but it doesn't have to be you. You know what I'm saying? You can, if you help other niggas get there that you're cool with, it'd be dope.
That's true.
Yeah.
All right, we'll give Brandon a break here to some chats.
Yeah, we can. Yeah, guys, get your questions in now.
This year, Brandon is the funniest rich nigga they ever met.
Oh, hey, thanks.
What do we got here? 10 years ago, a 16-year video, Excuses Are for Bitches. Absolutely, yeah, that's a great one. Profoundly influenced my life. This speech, among others, played a huge role in shaping my financial success and my mindset today. Growing up, I faced numerous challenges, including personal failures, trauma, and a tough childhood. There were times when it all made me see myself as a victim. Your video reached me at a crucial young age and helped me break free from that victim mentality. Shout out to you, Falcon Punch 99.
Yo, that's let me take a picture.
Absolutely,
of that,
bro. Go for it.
Falcon Punch.
Jeremy told me the same thing. Like he said, he was like trying to come up, and he was like, so he saw that video and he said, "Fuck it, man, I'm gonna do this shit." Yeah.
No, that's a great video.
Is it still up right now?
It's still up,
It's
I
still
think.
up, yeah.
Excuses Are for
like
Bitches.
Like
Go listen to it, guys. If you
right after this, go watch it.
You guys feel soft, or you're like don't know where you stand. What else do we got here? Over the years, I've returned to your speech during my lowest moments to help me out of them, and during my highest achievements to keep pushing forward. This past week, amidst personal challenges, I've had your video on repeat, giving me motivation to move past my issues. Many lines from your speech are now tattooed in my mind, serving as constant reminders and motivators. Thank you, Brandon Carter, for the impact you've had on my life. Been a six-figure earner for the past 4 years. Good shit,
That's
my
a W,
friend.
bro.
That's what's up. Shout out to you,
Falcon,
brother.
Shout out to you, Falcon Punch.
I love to hear shit like that, man. Like, honestly, man, that shit. You know, obviously we want, you know, we're here to make money and all that shit. But if you can have an impact as well, it's super dope, man.
But isn't it crazy? We don't really notice how much we touch people. Pause. Until you hear it in real life.
Nah, it's just like, you know.
And a lot of times they're not in a position to even tell you until they make the money, and then it's years later sometimes.
Yeah, it's dope. You might see people want to come up, you know, like I be at TSA. And I be seeing motherfuckers saying, "Oh, your videos,"
Same.
and they on the come up, and that's dope though. Like it's like, yo, look, keep it up, brother. Especially if they working. I love it when they work. It's like my man working right now. He's going for it. That's what I'm talking about.
Me and Myron, just a secret, bro. We go to the airport and travel. Some people know us. We skip the line.
Oh shit!
Damn, nigga.
Why don't you just get clear and just like everyone can do that? I got clear.
Brandon, shut up.
Oh, my fault. Y'all do it without clear because y'all got clout. Y'all got clout. Clout is better than clear. I had to pay for clear.
It's free.
I had to pay for clear.
No, I got clear. I got clear.
Clear's free.
I got clear. Clear's pretty lit.
It's free with the Amex.
Yeah, it is free with the Amex. It is free with the Amex. And so I think TSA pre-check is too.
Yeah, all that shit.
I'm almost certain TSA pre-check is free with
My
Amex too.
nigga, I fly like 50 flights a year, man. Sometimes I barely stop from the fucking Uber to my gate, right? Because if you got clear, you just go. There's times I don't even stop
and it's
walking.
free too.
Yeah.
What else we got here? Falcon goes, Excuses for Bitches, Brandon Carter. Yep, it's
Shout
on
out to
YouTube.
Falcon. Shout out to Falcon.
Use your calendar, because if you're not tracking, you're slacking.
Come on.
Kale Suave.
Oh, what up? What up?
Kale Suave.
Tuna hustles.
Overview, if you want to launch an app, new idea platform, tune in next week, my friend. Tune in next week. Shout out to Brandon Carter, because we're going to bring Jeremy on. You probably sent that chat in before.
Yeah.
Shout out to Brandon Carter. Good to see him back on the pod. Also, I hope the hurricane dwindles down to something smaller. Shit's not looking good for all the peeps in the east coast of Florida. Prayers.
Yeah, it ain't
Are
gonna
you gonna be here?
gonna hit
Are you gonna be here
us.
for the? I mean, is it gonna be that bad?
It's gonna be bad, but not for us.
Yeah, I think Central
Tampa.
Florida and
Central
Northern Florida
Florida
is going to get fucked. I don't think it's going to be that bad for us.
Motherfuckers are gonna die in like Tampa and Orlando. I don't mean that in no joke. I don't mean that as a joke. I just meant there's gonna be some casualties. Like this shit is serious.
People are
like if you out there, you should get the fuck. You should get the fuck
the
out.
The bridge from Tampa to Miami is like they're gonna close off. I
You
think.
should get the
Tampa
fuck
to Miami?
out.
Sorry, that bridge that this is going down from Tampa down to Miami. Like it was packed today, and it's gonna be closed off soon. I think. What's that bridge?
Nigga, we're like 4 hours from them.
No, but there's like a
what
bridge in Tampa that you got to cross to go on a highway.
To like Clearwater, maybe?
I don't know.
Because Tampa has two. You know what? No, because there's two different sides of Tampa. Somebody here is gonna.
Yeah.
I mean, me and Fresh, as y'all can tell, we never go up there, bro.
Yeah,
we never fucking. Yo, if you live in Miami, there is no reason to go anywhere else in Florida if you live in Miami, bro.
You know, I took my son to Disney
This
World.
bridge.
That's
Okay.
it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yo, we
I don't know what that
had
bridge is.
the VIP shit. We cutting in front of motherfucking.
Fair enough.
I told him like, see, his dad.
Orlando is
didn't
like
work
the
hard.
only. Okay, Orlando's like the only thing, and you got a kid. But bro, if you don't got a kid, realistically
fuck that
speaking,
shit, man.
I don't know.
Unless
We
you-
went to Horror Nights last year. I didn't even want to go.
That was fun.
Horror
though.
Nights?
Come on. That was fun though.
Horror
Nigga,
Nights.
drag
Wait,
me there,
what's Horror Nights?
You want to come with us?
Universal.
No, Horror Nights. Horror Nights.
Horror Nights.
You said-
Oh, I thought you said you went to Horror
Hold on.
Nights. I'm like,
We'll
Horror
do it.
Nights? I don't. Nah,
We'll do it.
man,
Hold
I
on.
got shit to do.
We'll do a triple date. We'll vlog it. Me, you, Myron, bring our girls, and we get scared together. Pause.
Well, I mean,
Yeah. Look.
if you're gonna make content out of it, I guess. But bro,
I'm down.
Bro, I'm mad as hell every time I go up there, man.
You know what it is? When I was
I get mad if I'm not in the studio. Going back to your discipline.
Yo, come on, man.
when I was a kid, I was in Barbados. I didn't have all these things that you guys have in America. So now I'm
Like
adults.
lights and shit,
Yeah.
electricity,
What the fuck, nigga? No.
clean water.
You funny. Yo, Brandon.
I will say this.
Yo,
Fresh is like
White
unaware of like
people.
a lot of like pop culture shit, American pop
Brandon,
culture shit.
I'm the real BBC, nigga. I'm the real BBC. What are you, bro? Okay? Just so, yo, audience.
what?
Just so you guys know, I'm the real BBC. This nigga's an imposter, bro. What? He even black. He even black, bro. Look at this nigga in the orange. He ain't even black.
Orange?
I'm just kidding.
I don't. I mean, I identify as a real ass nigga, but I don't. I'm not 100% sure of my origin. My dad was an orphan, right? He had brown curly hair and he spoke Spanish. You know what I'm saying? He didn't know his parents. You know what I'm saying? He had like light brown eyes. He might have been. We're not confident, but you know, if
Are
you
you Puerto
ask-
Rican?
we don't know. I never took the fucking DNA test. I probably break the machine, man. I'm the future, man. One day everybody gonna look like me and Bruno Mars. It's the future. It's the future, man. Y'all looking at it like an X-Man.
I think Nick Cannon got us beat because that nigga popular in the world, bro. Nigga don't play it.
What's up? Where we at? What's up next?
That's how I like it. Sorry.
Yeah.
You said Bruno Mars. I was like,
Okay, we
What's
got
up next?
Albo Ace. Shout out to Brandon Carter. Good to see him back on the pod.
What up?
Oh, no, we did that one already. Yeah. One chest 8-pack.
Oh, this one of the students.
yeah.
Coach
Yeah.
Brandon has been with you with your online fitness program for less than a year. Has made thousands of dollars already, even while working 70 to 90 hours a week.
Yeah.
As a full-time trucker. Best shape of my life too. Muscles and money up. Because my money has leveled up because of you and Myron's example of you. Now I make more money than my wife, and she now respects me more so because of your online fitness framework, brother.
That's
See you
what's
tomorrow
up.
on the Zoom call.
That was a shot. He's
There you go.
he's one of our students, man. This motherfucker is a trucker. He be on the Zoom calls from the truck.
Yeah.
He be he be trucking.
Yeah.
Damn.
On the calls, right? And he'll be like, yo, man, I've been trucking for 70, 90 hours every week. But he still gets online clients.
He's always in the Zoom calls, yeah, 100%.
Yeah, he doesn't fuck
grind
around.
He
don't
shows up. He shows up.
Yeah, yeah.
CastleClub OG too.
CastleClub OG as well.
See, I
Shout
ain't
out
even
to
know
you, bro.
that. I ain't even know that.
Been asking for y'all to bring Big BC on for a while now. Thank you, Myron Fresh. Shout out Brandon Carter, WFNF.
See, they want
Thanks,
you back
brother.
on, bro.
One side
Hey, man, it's good to
genocide.
be back.
Shout out to you.
Yeah.
What else do we got here? So glad to finally see the big baller himself, Brandon Carter, back on Money Mondays. Been asking for him to come back on the show for a minute. This guy helped me to not be poor. I took his advice and was working around 70 hours per week across 2 jobs while working on my business on the side and managed to make enough to quit my job
Come on.
to go full-time on my business a few months
Let me-
ago.
let me
Also,
take-
Brandon, get these gentlemen some that new thought repellent ASAP.
Our repellers coming
And Brandon has
soon.
a free ebook as well. Tells
Yeah.
you your business is.
Oh yeah, the links in the
Free
bio.
guys.
It's a 10 commandments of online training. It just give you the game, give you like a primer to online training. You know, to let you know if it's something that you even want to do. You might read that shit and be like, you know what, this is not for me. You might read the shit. Oh, this is exactly what I've been looking for. You know what I'm saying?
It's
But
a
free.
lot, probably a bunch of the stuff that you taught me as well, right? Is
Oh,
in
for
here.
sure. It's a lot
Yeah.
of like a condensed version
And I was
of it,
able
for
to
sure.
get
Yeah.
a 6-figure fitness business on the side while working as a Fed. So guys, definitely pick it up for free.
Come
you guys
on,
will
man.
probably get some shit for free that I have to pay for, nigga. So you better take it.
Come on,
Listen,
man.
motherfuckers.
Jay-Z made the blueprint. Brandon made the 10 commandments of online training.
Exactly.
There you go.
exactly. Sean Carter. Brandon
Free ebook, guys. Go get it. Definitely go get it. You don't have an excuse to not. Especially if you guys, want to become. How many of y'all want to be personal trainers? Bro, I get this thing all the time. I want to be a personal trainer. I want to be a personal trainer. You know what I tell them though? I'm like, bro, you don't want to be a personal trainer. Do it online. Go to Brandon.
Well, it's
He'll
actually
teach you how to do it.
It's actually a better service for the client, right? Because You know, here's the thing. You know, in-person trainer. I was a trainer for years in person, right? And I used to always like, man, if I could just get my fucking clients to eat right, right? So, in-person trainer focuses on more on the diet, on the training, and almost nothing on the diet. They might give them some tips, but they're not tracking their macros every day, right? Make sure they hit the calories. But you can't out-train a bad diet. You can't out-diet bad training, though.
Trust me, I know.
You can't out-diet bad training. So it's with online training, what we do is we flip it. This is what we show people how to do. But what you want to do is you want to have a methodology where you can track your clients' macros and calories every day, right, in real time, and then you can hit them up every day. Hey, good job yesterday, right, or what happened yesterday, right, and then they'll be more accountable, and they had their diet right. And then it's like you have them track their workouts. You don't have to worry. What is the form's not right? Listen, this motherfucker's not going to go to the Olympia, my nigga, right? Like he's a fucking guy trying to get in shape, right?
Yeah.
So like the form doesn't have to be perfect as long as he's not fucking his shit up, right? It is really about the diet, and they work out on their own and they log the shit. And your job is to keep them accountable, right? Give them the proper plan and the proper diet, and then keep them accountable. And you get better results for in-person. You get better results for online clients than you will with your in-person clients because of the diet aspect. I saw there was a study that came out.
You charge less too.
You charge less. It's a better deal for it's better for everyone.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You said there was a study.
There was a study from Duke University, and all they did was tell these motherfuckers to track their diet. They didn't give them no fucking plan. They didn't say caloric deficit. They didn't do nothing. It wasn't fucking keto, carnivore, fucking none of
track the
nothing.
calories.
Just hey, motherfucker, just write down what you eat instead of putting anything in your mouth like a whore, right? You know what I'm saying? Instead of just write the shit down, put the shit in. They had them just use MyFitnessPal. Just fucking track it for 3 months. And they just made sure they tracked it for 3 months.
Yeah.
On average, after 3 months, the participants lost an average of 5 pounds, right? Now, that's not a whole lot, right? But you got to think they didn't have a diet plan. There weren't no caloric deficit. There was no rules. Eat whatever you want. Just track it. The mere act of tracking causes performance to improve, right? Because now they're more cognizant of what they're eating instead of just, I'm a fat, right? They just focus. All they had to do was track, right? So imagine if you give them a fucking solid diet plan, you have them in a real caloric deficit, right? Because losing fat is like not rocket science. If you're in a 500, every pound of fat you want to lose, you got to burn 3,500 calories. If you're in a 500 calorie deficit every day, 7 days, right, a week, then you'll burn a pound of fat a week, right? That's 3,500 calories, right? It's just math. Like the whole shit is just math. You just got to fucking track it. And if you track it, you can manage it. If you can't manage it, then you can't.
It's literally math.
It's just math, you know?
Let's see here. And modern technology has like really simplified this too. What do we got up next here? When do you know it's time to bask in the fruits of your labor? I know the grind is important, but life is short. There's always more money to make. So how do millionaires balance work and pleasure? This is a good question for you, Brandon, because obviously, you're kind of enjoying the fruits of your labor, getting nice watches, better clothing, versus, sacrificing for damn near a decade plus.
I like, to present myself the way I present myself well. But the truth is, man, so when you reach the highest levels, to even get to the highest levels, if you're doing it just for the money, then you're going to stop when you get the money. That's what happened to my dad. When he got the money, he started
slacking off.
Yeah, enjoying the fruits of his labor, right? But if you fall in love with the process, right? What I'm talking about, changing your association with pain and pleasure, right? Then it's like, it's not about the money right now. It's not even about the money. It's about, I want to fucking respect myself, right? If I start slacking off, if I'm not working hard, like how do I call myself a man? You know what I'm saying? Like if I'm not actually doing everything I can to better myself, to make things better for my family, the people who I lead, am I fucking really a man? Right? Like I got 40 employees, they got goals, they got dreams, they got aspirations, they got kids, right? If I don't show up, if I don't go all out, then I'm disrespecting the privilege of leadership. You get what I'm saying? Like when you see the birds fly in that V formation, right? The one in the front is working the hardest, right? The aerodynamics makes it easier for the other birds to fly. The one in the front, he's the leader. He's working the hardest. He's making it easier for the followers. The leader should be working the hardest, right? Being a leader is a privilege. It's not like, I'm a boss. No. It's like if you're the boss, if you're the leader, you need to be working the hardest. Like I look at my employees, the people who fucking follow me, the people who pay me. I'm like, I work for them. And if I don't show up, man, how can I look myself in the mirror? You know, some of us, all this enjoy life shit, it's fine. But you know, the problem is when people say it like that, like the way he said it, it almost makes me sad because I understand that he associates pleasure, right, enjoying life with, you know, escapism. Yeah. Right? Like he associates it with partying, doing drugs, work, getting high, fucking bitches. And none of those things are bad within themselves, right? But if that's the only way you can find joy, then it's sad, right? Because you can't do that shit every day. Right? You can't do that shit every day. You can only do it sparingly. He don't understand is that I enjoy life more than him. Yeah. Right? Because I've learned to find joy. Some of us have learned to find joy working and seeing how hard we can work, how much we can push ourselves, right? What kind of man we can really become, actually fulfilling our potential. If you can learn to find joy in that, then every day can be full of joy. Every day you can be actually enjoying life, right? As opposed to just wait, oh man, thank God it's Friday. Nah, man, it's like, I'm happy when it's Monday because I feel like, oh man, I can put my jersey on. It's time to get in the game. I'm excited for it. You know, that's what I hope all of y'all find that, right? Because you're going to, no matter what, you're going to work at least a third of your life, at least. But if you can learn to fucking love pushing yourself and love to trying to get the most out of yourself and seeing how much of your potential you can actually bring to the surface, if you can learn to fall in love with that, then every day you can enjoy life every day, every minute, every day. I'm just as happy in front of my desk working all day, spreadsheets and shit, as a motherfucker who's on vacation.
That's gold.
You know what I'm saying?
That's gold, bro. That's
enough.
Brandon, you know what's funny? Being in Miami for 10 years, bro, 100%. I've seen people come in the industry, do drugs, coke, party, nonstop, and then they just disappear. Yeah. And I see guys that work hard and they put business first. They'll party every now and then. Just see what's up.
There's nothing wrong with those things.
But they're still here on the path. Yeah. The rest of the guys that was making pleasure number one, they're gone.
Yeah. You know, it's like if you do it for the money or you do it for the accolades or you do it for the goal, you're going to stop when you get it. But if you're doing it for a higher mission, right, it's like I'm thinking like, what kind of example do I want to leave for my son? Yeah. I'm thinking like, yo, the people who follow me, man, like they, you know, what kind of example am I setting for them? My employees, man, like these people trusted me. My life their life is in my hands to a certain degree, right? You know what I'm saying?
Very true.
And it's dependent on my performance. It's like if I'm not pushing myself, then I'm kind of disrespecting the privilege of leadership, I believe, you know?
Very true.
Well said, bro.
Yeah.
Very true. Being a leader is a privilege.
Yeah.
That you got to earn every day, honestly. Yeah. So that's a good point. What else we got? We got here.
Fresh updates.
Fresh update says, Brandon, think about this. How do I stop protein farts? Please help, bro. My shit smell like Chris after he doesn't shower for 3 days.
Yo, man, you know this. You can get some shit from. I mean, it's not a problem for me, but if you get some shit, it's called Beano, right? You take it when you eat. It'll stop the farts and shit. But that's
Beano,
not.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's
right.
You get out CVS, you know. But it's probably honestly, he probably just switched his diet up. And his body's got to adjust.
Yeah,
he's probably not. Yeah. He's probably
not
new
used
to
a high
shit.
protein diet yet.
Yeah,
because a lot of you normies, I keep it 1,000. Y'all niggas might eat 20 grams, 30 grams of protein a day.
Also
like normies, like they be eating like all carbs, no protein. So for you, like taking in all that protein, you're gonna be like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But yeah, it takes some time. What else do we got here? Myron, I know you said you need to bring bullying back, but what about self-bullying, keeping it real with yourself and just acknowledging that you're a loser instead of someone else telling you? Yeah, but that level of accountability is very difficult to have on yourself. But if there are some people that could do it, right? You look at someone like me, like a Brandon Carter, etc. Yeah, we can look ourselves in the mirror and be like, damn, that wasn't good enough. We got to do better.
Yeah, I got to. But that's the key. It's that part. I got to do better. It's not self-loathing. It's not self-put. He's like, I got to do better.
Yeah,
I got to do better. Oh, I fucked up. I did all this shit. I was like, no. I got to do better. I got to do better tomorrow. You got to. We are where we are, man. We got to take it from here and win.
Absolutely.
And win.
Yeah, you don't cry about it. You just like do better.
Right. Even if you fall behind, even if you're behind, pause. You got to actually fucking. It's like I got to take it from here and win. You know.
Santos says, "Hello everyone. I have a question. How do you cut off people that no longer benefit you? I'm the only one in my social circle that makes over 100,000 per year. Should I just ignore people I no longer want around when they reach out, or just take long to respond and never meet up with them? I'm tired of being the smartest in the room."
Crowd out. Just crowd out. If your calendar's full of shit you got to do, you won't have time for bullshit.
Yeah.
Fill your calendar up with the shit you want to do, and you want time for bullshit. But if you got friends like that who want some bullshit, when there's a time or opportunity for some bullshit, they may come in handy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You feel me?
You just gotta schedule them out, bro.
Yeah.
And then put them in only when you feel like bullshitting.
My fault. Are you supposed to be answering these questions?
No,
Or-
this
my
is
fault, man. I don't want to like.
This is your money, money,
No,
money.
I just had I had a pre-workout before, and then you gave me this gorilla man, gorilla mind,
Rush.
and then this shit got mad shit in it. So it's like,
You good,
I
bro.
can do
You're
this shit
good
for hours.
You're good. Your take, our take, whatever. It may be. But we're prioritizing your answer though first. Nav Singh says, Brandon, can you talk about how it's going with your investment properties? Also, bring Tom Cruise on the show with you.
Oh, yo, so I've been buying Section 8 real estate, man.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I got
awesome.
a few units now.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? We get Section 8 properties, man.
Are
which
you
is
buying
dope.
commercial or residential?
Residential, single family
Nice.
shit.
With Tom
right?
Cruise?
Yeah, Tom put me on. He, everything.
Who's Tom Cruise?
So
He does like Section 8 properties.
yeah,
how to buy them.
not the actor.
I know. I was like,
yeah. Yo, Tom Cruise. So in between
Look him
Mission
up.
Impossibles, he's helping me out. I introduced if y'all ever want to meet him. You know what I'm saying? But he, anytime I want to learn something, I get a mentor in that, right? So like I was like, Section 8 sound like the move because the government will pay for these broke niggas to get to live, and I don't have to worry about getting the rent from them. It's guaranteed by the government. So we just put a poor boy up in that bitch, and the government is
y'all
gonna pay
buying
for
in
shit.
Miami or other places?
Oh, other places, never
Okay.
Miami. You know what I'm
Yeah, because
saying?
I got, bro. I hate Section 8, but there's a reason for that. But that's a
Yeah.
whole other discussion.
I can talk to you.
I mean, unless the audience wants to hear it. I mean,
yeah, go for it. What was your experience?
shit. Okay, so
I'm audience now.
yeah. So this is okay.
Flashback.
Yeah, we go flashback on this shit. I'm getting PTSD. So what I noticed with Section 8 is Section 8 is great if you're in a market where the rental price doesn't fluctuate.
Yeah.
Like if it's stagnant and you can pretty much, it's been like that for a bit, fantastic, because you get that money coming in, it's cool. The reason why it's not a good idea in Miami, guys, is because the rental prices have gone up significantly. So, and then they're coming back down. So they're kind of volatile here because the market's exploded and hasn't really stabilized yet. So having Section 8 tenants, like they'll be paying one price, then a year or two later, rents went up like $300-400. You try to raise the rent on them, they can't afford it. Or what end up happening is Section 8 will say, yeah, we'll pay a portion of it.
Yeah.
But then they got to come in with the extra $100 or $200. Well, the problem is that people that are on Section 8 are really bad with money.
Yeah.
That's why they're on Section 8 in the first place. So they can't come up with that $100 to $200 that they're supposed to pay on their end. And then you're in a rock and a hard place as a landlord because you're like, okay, I'm getting a majority of it through Section 8, but I'm not cash flowing as much as I should. And that's where you got to make the decision, right? Does this rent matter to you that much where you're going to let this dickhead disrespect you, not pay you what they're supposed to pay you? Or you could just kick them out. Me, I said, fuck y'all niggas. I don't need your money. Get the fuck out. So I evicted all of them. But the problem with that is then you get vacancy and it's a pain in the ass. So I suggest, just from my experience, if you're going to do Section 8, do it in a stable real estate market where the cost of rent is pretty much stable versus like a Miami where it's fluctuated so much over the past few years.
Yeah.
Not a good move here.
Also, getting it out of your place is another headache itself.
What was that?
Getting that out of your place.
Eviction process.
For them?
Luckily, Florida is a better
it's landlord
friendly.
Yeah.
And I was able to get these motherfuckers out, but it is a pain in the ass dealing with Section 8 tenants because they're not the most reputable people a lot of times.
If you want, If you ever wanted to get into, I know some motherfuckers.
But what's your experience with it?
Oh, my shit has been pleasant.
It's been good, right?
I got, but I had time to help me like navigate a lot of that shit.
And you guys are buying in markets where rent is probably way more stagnant.
The middle of the country, like Ohio, all that shit.
Yeah.
Good.
Then I'll take Section 8 all day over there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I got just some like wholesalers out there who like find the properties.
Yeah.
They get like $1,000 or some shit, and then you
buy
get
it.
the shit. Yeah, I bought my first crib, man. It was like 65K.
Bro,
And
crazy. The
fucking
Midwest has some deals.
seller finance. They motherfuckers only wanted 2K down.
What?
My nigga, yo, 2K down. This is fucking nothing. They giving you shits away. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They giving you shits away.
Shit, I
And
might
then-
have to get what you
They
got.
need the money.
And
In
then
the
we threw a fucking poor boy in there, man. The government is paying his shit, man. It's lit.
You call him a poor boy?
It's lit. Yeah, poor boy, man. You know what I'm saying?
Nigga on
That's
Section
what
8, man.
he is, right? I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, man. I meant to say broke nigga.
I like that one better.
Now I'm about to get in with y'all then on that one because the Midwest, it's a great market. I just haven't tapped it because I don't have a property manager out there or whatever. You need somebody. You need people out there managing that shit. I'm assuming he has people that do that.
Yeah, and also you gotta like screen these motherfuckers, man. You know what I'm saying? So like like the screening process is more important with Section 8. Yeah, because motherfuckers ain't fucking broke for no reason. You just got to make sure they're not, on no fucking crazy
but
list.
I'm assuming they're coming to you with the Section 8 already.
They got the vouchers.
They already got the vouchers,
They got
right?
the vouchers, yeah.
But but you don't want them selling drugs and doing some.
You don't want them
there.
fucking selling. You don't want to get shit to turn into the bando, man. You know what I'm saying? You don't want this shit to turn into the fucking trap house.
Yeah. What I've noticed when it comes to tenants, the biggest thing that I learned is like income don't mean shit. Because I had a couple tenants that make $100K per year still not paying their fucking rent. Yeah. What matters the most is credit, bro.
Yeah. So
because when they got good credit, they're scared about that shit going down.
Yeah. Yo, broke motherfuckers. Yo, so you should be surprised, man. You do credit checks on Section 8 motherfuckers, too. Some of them got all right credit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, really?
So, yeah, man.
Okay.
Like, you just don't want to make sure it's like bankruptcies, crazy delinquencies and shit, but you run credit checks even on Section 8. Okay. So you got to be strict. You got to be a little stricter with these motherfuckers, man. Yeah, but if they got a voucher and they check some of the vouchers.
So what are your prerequisites when you bring them in? So just good credit and they got the voucher?
Just not fucking bad credit. Okay. No fucking criminal history. Bad. No like fucking awful credit, and that's it, man. Really, like Tom goes through more shit. He'll like fucking look at their like rent history and shit, but he's more experienced than me. Yeah. No, Midwest is fantastic if you're gonna do Section 8. That's the spot
because the rental rates there are pretty much locked, bro. Like there's people there that have been there for years with the same rent, and rent doesn't go up that much,
bro. Miami's
$100 every couple years.
I'm gonna keep it to being, bro. Miami's bad for business, bro. Everything's just like, look at the marketplace, bro. Mm-hmm. It's fluctuating up and down, and people here already have money. So it's like,
you mean real estate or
real estate, cars? I just feel like here is kind of like where you come to like retire. Making
I used to feel that way.
Making money here is different because we're online, so it's different. But our business itself, I don't know, bro.
Well, it depends on the business, right? Because if motherfuckers got money, they spend it too, right? These motherfuckers with restaurants doing pretty well for themselves.
But lifestyle, luxury, that makes money. But other than that, how do you make money here in Miami? Other than the OnlyFans. No, real talk. I
mean, real estate. I know some real estate agents who do really well. I know some fucking car dealers who do well. I know some. I'm just trying to think. I get what you're saying, though.
It's not easy, bro.
Yeah.
There's a couple, but not like a lot.
You're saying like they were successful, then they came here after the fact.
I know some doctors who make money here, like especially like the chicks, the doctors who help like the chick, because Miami girls spend a lot of money on their appearance,
their recovery homes and shit like that, right?
But that type of shit, or fucking plastic surgeons.
Yeah. I think about the average guy coming to Miami. How is he gonna make money?
The average motherfucker.
The average motherfucker.
Yeah. I think what Fred's saying is like they make money somewhere else, then they move their business here.
You got some shit.
They got some shit going, then they move over here and start their business and like kind of move it over here, but like they already had an infrastructure. I think is what.
Oh, you mean like you mean coming from rock bottom?
Rock bottom.
Oh, from rock bottom. Yeah, I can see how that could be difficult, especially with the high rent. I mean, it's probably like that with every big city, right? Like because it's to make money. Okay, you need like leverage, and leverage can come in the form of like money. If you have money, you can spend, you can invest and do some other shit. If you got like some high income skill, that's leverage.
Yeah,
or if you have like some sort of media, right? Like your podcast is leverage. You guys can find ways to make money, or Kim Kardashian can do a post and make $1 million, right? Yeah. So those are the three forms of leverage.
Or blackmail like Diddy.
Yeah, and if you ain't got the leverage though, then you got to get it somehow. You got to put in the fucking just work, right? And then stack the money. That's why I said in the beginning, to get rich, you got to make more money. You spend and invest the difference, because that the money you invest is the difference. That's the leverage you can use to make more money.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But no, man, that's great that you got into real estate. We could definitely, I didn't even know, so we could definitely talk about that some more, because I know that was something that you had like mentioned before, but I'm glad that you're like in the game now, so we could talk about that.
Yeah. What did he do? Find a mentor.
And he got a mentor and he did it, and like Smart. You're in a niche market, which is like which is really good, because Section 8 is fantastic in stable rental markets.
But not here.
Yeah, just not good in Miami.
Nah.
The problem with Miami is that our rent isn't. We haven't stabilized yet. The blow up from the pandemic and people moving here in abundance, etc. Like our rental markets haven't corrected yet.
Yeah, it's insane here.
Yeah,
it's insane.
It's like it. But now here's the thing. Like I've actually had to lower my rent in some places because now it's slowly starting to stabilize.
Starting to get back to normal. Yeah.
Starting to get back to normal.
You lower rent?
Inflation. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, you're gonna have to, bro. Because this is me just paying attention. A lot of the projects here stopped. if you notice, you see all the cranes all around and shit like that.
They're in debt, bro. They're losing money.
These apartment complexes, like a lot of them aren't finishing. So I guess what they bit off a little bit more than they can chew. Thought way more people were going to move down here. It's still growing and expanding at like an incredible rate, but they scaled a little too fast.
But you know what? Everyone was getting a loan. Foreigners, people come here. Everyone got a loan.
Yeah, but it's fine. Like I'm lowering it a little bit. I mean, I'm still cash flowing because I got the houses such good deals.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, to find a good deal in Miami now with the interest rates as high as they are, yeah, you got to go to the Midwest, bro.
That's a spot.
Yeah,
That's smart.
But, and that's true. You could buy houses for like 60 to 60, not even 100K.
Bro, you know what that is? A down payment for a Lambo. You could buy a house.
Yeah, you could buy a house
What
in the
the
Midwest.
fuck?
Now, with that said, right, you won't be able to charge as much rent.
Yeah.
Not at all. You charge like 500, some
Yeah.
shit like that, 300 to 500. But and you got to buy a lot more of them to make the same cash flow.
That's the thing. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you're dealing with a poor, a way poor, like demographic of people, bro. Like, you know, these are people that have never had $2,000 in their account in their life.
See, I just don't want the headache. I want a business where I can avoid the headache. I put it on somebody else.
Well, Section 8 is the way. That's really good. And then they're paying it. Do your tenants have to pay any difference, or is government covers all of it?
In my spots, the government. When I have now the vouchers, it covers like everything.
That's the best
So
way.
if you can get that
Damn.
shit,
Yeah.
Because the more money
That's
they have,
different.
the
'Cause,
more.
yo, my guy had to pay like $500, bro.
That's when you
And
run into problems.
That nigga will pay like, yo, bro, give me another week.
Yeah.
I'll get another week.
Yeah,
yo,
bro.
This happened.
No.
Another
Well, he
week.
was talking to you.
Well, at first it was me. Then I realized, you know what? Fuck me. 'Cause
Yeah,
I'm the
yeah,
owner.
yeah.
Talk to this little woman, my sister.
Yeah.
She gonna run her ass up the
Them
street.
motherfuckers don't know who own that shit.
Yeah,
Oh my
yeah.
God.
That's the way to do it.
But no, I wanted to get training wheels off, do it myself at the
Yeah,
very
that
beginning
makes
to understand
sense.
the process. Not understand, hey,
Yeah.
Landlord.
You have a middleman.
tenant.
Yeah.
Nah, talk to the
That's-
party manager.
And for everybody, if you guys want to get into real estate and you want to do like Section 8, that's such a good thing. Now that we turn this shit into a real estate podcast, make it where the voucher covers at like as
Everything.
close
As
as
much as
possible to
possible.
it, bro. Because what ends up happening if they have to pay a portion, because I ran into this shit so many times. Oh, you got to pay 100, 200, even that little bit.
Happened to me.
They won't pay that shit.
But hold on, you know why? Because
They won't pay.
it was an older guy. I spoke to. Listen, brother.
And they'll think that they can stiff you.
Hold on.
Like they won't pay.
I said, man to man, bro. You're Haitian. I'm from Barbados, nigga. We're both from the Caribbean. Tell me straight, what's going on? Well, you know, I'm in a lot of debt. And ate a cat and a dog, but I owe some people some money on my credit card. I'll pay that first. And that was the thing. He's paying off his other debts first rather than his rent. And I get it, but nigga, I gotta pay my mortgage, bro.
Yeah.
You know?
No, that's crazy that he prioritized credit card over what he's over.
saying,
It's
bro.
stupid.
Cause he's like, oh, but you know what?
I wonder how a nigga like that
process-
became broke.
Yeah.
How a dumb nigga like that become broke?
But the process to get him out with Section 8 is hard. So
Yeah,
he's like,
they
you know
know
what?
that.
I could push this on a little bit further and just
Yeah.
pay it off first. But again,
But that's the problem with Section
I
8
got 'em
people
out.
is that they're on Section 8 because they're really bad with money in the fucking first place. So like, it's a pain in the ass.
also
or they old. Like if you can find some old motherfuckers who just on that shit, you know what
They
I'm
tend
saying?
to be better.
Oh
Yeah.
man, they not throwing parties.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
tend to be a bit better.
For sure.
But then they pay cash, and you got to go in there and pick it up in person or some shit, or we'll have your person get
Man,
it. Pain in the ass.
Or
you
the,
try
or
to
the
tell niggas use
government
an app.
direct deposits that shit.
Yeah.
Nigga.
but you know what's crazy?
Well, if they got to pay a portion.
Yeah.
His Section 8 officer got him a new spot less than 2 weeks after that. So they got hook up,
Hey,
bro.
Well, yeah, no, I don't feel bad. I kick them niggas out because I know that they'll find something else.
100%.
But here's the other thing too: if you evict them, that could fuck up their Section 8.
They don't want to get it.
They don't want
They
that.
don't want to get
Yeah,
evicted.
they don't want.
They don't want that.
So a lot of the time,
There's
like,
ways you can maneuver. Yeah, you're right. You're
so
right.
that's
you're right.
that's one thing. Like, I'm gonna kick your dumb ass
Listen,
out.
nigga.
Yeah.
Get the fuck up now.
That's what I do.
Be homeless for real.
But the best ideal situation, flat rental rate market, and then try to get 100% voucher. Go
And
money.
if you don't have money for
Section
that
8.
shit, for like any like investments like that, then you just got to work hard. I'm telling you, that's why I worked so hard those first 2 years, because I knew I needed leverage to do that shit. Like, you know, people say work smarter, not harder, man, but broke niggas can't work smart. That's why you broke. If you were smart, you wouldn't have been broke. So you got to work hard at first. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just got to work hard at first.
That's so true. What else do we got here, guys? We got to close out here because Brand's got to be up in like 8 hours probably. Speaking of losing your money, which is a big waste, Ada Ross spending 6 figures on lean or Jack Doherty crashing a 6-figure car? Bro, I don't know. That's what happens when you make money when you're. That's what happens when you're a millionaire in your 20s, bro. I think that's the worst thing that happened to you, bro.
Jack is going to be fine. That car, I'm pretty sure, is
Insurance,
insured.
right? Yeah.
But he was texting while driving, though. So he may not cover that car.
and
But
it's
guess
on
what?
stream.
The car's only worth like 120, 140. You could buy another one.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah. So actually, Aiden Ross spending
What is
more
it,
money.
McLaren?
Yeah, McLaren.
Okay. I thought McLaren's worth way more than that.
Well, that's the 570. Yes, this is a lower version, but
Talk that talk,
piece of
man.
shit. No,
Flex on that nigga.
No. I'm just saying.
You
Like,
got the cheap.
I don't
Hey,
know,
you
but
got the cheap motherfucking.
this nigga battered, bro. Actually, you know what's Banner's strong point? He doesn't have a car.
Nah.
That's smart as fuck, bro.
Smart. It's a big fucking waste of money.
Dude, cars are a liability,
He a
bro.
New Yorker, bro.
Hey,
He a
I
New
just-
Yorker.
I've been living-
New Yorkers don't need, bro. It's, bro. If you're from, well,
I
I
just
already
got
knew
my
cars were
driver's
scams,
license.
but
Yeah.
he knew it was a scam being in New York.
I just got my driver's license. My shit was suspended for like man. And no, what happened was I got my. What happened was.
No, actually, bro, it's
No.
common. New Yorker, a lot of
Yeah.
New Yorkers don't
My shit
have never driven a
expired.
car in their life, never had a driver's license, don't know how to drive. Remember Locaria doesn't know how to drive to this day.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
That bro, super common with New Yorkers, man.
It's just more convenient to not have a car. Especially I was living in Manhattan. I was on
Having a car is a burden if you're from the city.
I
Bro.
was on
man.
72nd and Broadway.
Buy my car, bro.
Uh-huh.
Buy the Rolls Royce.
Oh, how much you selling it? Well, let's talk. We'll talk.
Let's
Yeah, because
talk.
I'm gonna get. I want to get a car for the tax write.
I got my
I
dream
need
car.
more tax write-offs now.
I got my
Oh,
dream cars.
that actually does that weigh? Yeah, that's
Yeah,
6,000 pounds.
all Rolls Royces
Right
are
off.
over 6,000
Yeah.
pounds.
Yeah.
There you go. What else we got? Big Brandon Carter, get General Romulus and run Young Candlestick.
Young Candlestick. Those are the dudes that. So I have to run their stock trading program.
Oh,
you know what I'm
okay.
saying? And then we promote it. You know what I'm saying? That we make
Okay.
money in Romulus Legion.
Young Candlestick?
Yeah. That's the name we
Sounds like
gave
a rapper
it.
name.
Yeah, Young Candlestick.
Candlestick in
the
Hey,
building.
man,
Candlesticks
don't
when you
talk
look at the
shit about
charts.
Young Candlestick.
Okay,
man.
okay.
You don't know what he's gonna do to you, man. I'm telling you.
There you
What
go.
else we got here? Oh, I'm 31 years old. One bedroom, live in a one bedroom, paying $780 in rent. I recently got promoted at T-Mobile doing sales at call center, going from $3K to $5K minimum monthly now.
Okay.
Been doing OT also lately. Thanks to UBC. Keep up the great work. Shout out to FNF.
Come
yeah, bro.
on.
Keep grinding, bro.
You know what I
5K
love, man?
a month is not enough. You could do more.
When
It's
motherfuckers
a
tell
good
me they
start.
got.
It's a good start though.
I hear
Good
this
start,
all the
but make
time.
more.
I got a second job, third job because it's like the motherfuckers like they heard me
Fuck
talk
yeah.
about it and they said, "Oh, I'm gonna stop being broke. I'm just
Yeah.
gonna work more." You can outwork poverty, man.
You absolutely can.
If you got a bunch of kids or some shit, it's different, right? But if you a young man in your 20s and you don't got a whole bunch of responsibilities,
Yeah.
now's the time to do it. Because like, what you don't want to be is a 30, 40-year-old motherfucker with nothing to show for it but a bunch of funny stories still out here struggling. You see these motherfuckers, right?
Facts.
And it's like, I mean, they still got hope and shit, but it's like it's easier when you're younger because you got no responsibilities and you got more vigor, right? You got more energy. When I,
You know what scared me, bro? Working at AT&T call center, bro. People that were 40 years old, 50 years old,
Yeah.
still working there. And I was like, nigga, wait, you're 40 years old still working here? Yeah, bro, times are hard. I said, I'm scared as fuck right now. Horror movie?
Yeah.
That was scary to me. So I said, I need to get the fuck out of here in less than a year.
Just
And I
work
did.
more. Just work more, man. Listen, if there's 168 hours in every week, right? If you sleep 8 hours a night, that's 56 hours a week plus 80 hours of working. You still have like 32 hours left each week, man. You just got to plan it in your calendar. Like I said, that's when I started planning. When I started working there, because okay, if I need to get shit done, I gotta
People
plan
actually
this
hear
out.
the numbers that they got in a week for hours. Like, damn, I waste a lot of time fucking off
Yeah,
doing
you-
dumb shit.
You waste a lot of time. You can only 4 things a man has to do is work out, work, sleep,
Smash.
and spend time with their families
Sorry,
or loved ones. Spend time with their loved ones, whatever that means,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
You just add an average out how much time you
And
spend
if you don't
doing
got to
that
spend
per
time with
week.
your loved ones because you're a single guy,
It's
you
even
got
better.
no
You got more
excuse to
time.
be
Even
broke,
better, bro.
motherfucker.
Right,
Right,
and-
2-3 jobs.
Like it be motherfucking young single guys, man. What about family? Like you talking about your mommy, nigga? Like yo, man, like you talking about spending time with your mom? You spending 40 hours a week with your mommy, nigga? Grow up. You know what I'm saying? Get out and be something. You know what I'm saying? Like when you got kids, I get it, right? That's different. But it's like you young niggas
Be
talking
something
about
so your mom don't
family.
got to work no more, bitch.
Yeah,
Why's
that's
your
what
mom
I'm
still
saying.
working?
Biggest thing, work-life balance. Nigga, just work.
Just work, man.
It balance out by itself.
Yeah, it
Come on,
really
bro.
will, man. It's even if you work. Listen to math. 168 hours a week. Work 80 hours. Sleep 56. That's 8 hours a night. You're left with about 30. Some math nerd or Asian will correct me. It's like 38. It's 32 hours left, right? You just plan it. How much recreation do you need, man?
And honestly, bro, in your 20s, you shouldn't even be having fun, you bitch ass niggas, man.
Yeah.
a lot of you
I'm
guys,
just
bro,
saying.
don't even deserve to have
I
fun.
got a girlfriend. We
Yeah,
need to go to
man.
the park and play.
In my 20s were miserable. I was in fucking South Texas, bro. The fucking Mexican border. Like, no friends, by myself, working all the fucking time. Like, bro, you just gotta fucking suck it up and suffer in your 20s, bro. Y'all niggas don't deserve to have fun. The problem is that they watch these young streamers.
Yeah.
They watch like these Anna Rosses, these Lacey's, etc. Yo, look at them. They're making money and they're young. You don't want to be there. Because look, they haven't built up the prerequisite discipline to become a fucking man that people actually respect.
That's why they do lean. So they do dumb shit.
Yo, I mean, they got to escape because they don't love themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to give yourself a reason to love yourself. But another thing is, it might not be fucking bad enough, right? Remember, my father fucking blew his brains out, and like my fucking homies got sent to jail. My one of my boys was murdered. So it's like my life was fucked up, and then it was the recession, right? You know, so it's like they probably don't have a fire behind them. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if I look at the bright side, you know, my shit was so bad that I had to go hard. You know, and then I built like good habits of work ethic.
You know what's the worst? Being in a middle class home where your parents are paying the bills, you're comfortable.
Yeah.
You don't want to change that. You might want more, but will you actually do it? No.
Yeah, most people live in this purgatory where it's like they don't love their life, but it's not bad enough to make it change.
Yeah,
and that's a hard spot to be in, man.
That's actually
difficult.
one of the worst.
I have some sympathy for these people because they don't know that there's nothing to push them to the next level, right? Sometimes you know, if you want to be Bruce Wayne, your parents got to get murked in the alley.
Sometimes 100K is like the worst because you make just enough. Hey, Bruce Wayne murked in the alley.
You're right? No, for real, that didn't happen. We wouldn't have no Batman. Like it was an analogy.
A catalyst.
It was an analogy, right? Like sometimes things got to get bad enough, right? And what they don't understand how bad things can get because they haven't experienced, especially if you're young and you didn't. If you're in your 20s, you don't remember the last recession. You don't remember that suicide rates fucking skyrocket. They don't remember the fucking record unemployment. All they know is the bull run from Obama to now, right? That's all they know. Record highs, stock rockets every year hitting new all-time highs. That's all they know. They never seen the downturn. Yeah. So they don't know how bad it can get. Money is like oxygen, right? Like people say money's not the most important thing. No. You're right. Oxygen is the most important thing. It's the only thing I can think of. You can only go a few minutes without having it, right? You know what I'm saying? If somebody fucking strangled you, couldn't get no oxygen, you wouldn't be thinking about family, your mommy, nothing of that shit. You'd be thinking about your next breath, right? Oxygen is all right. So, but money's the same way. It's like you need to have enough of it so you don't have to think about it.
Yeah.
Like we have enough oxygen, we never have to think about it, even though it's the only thing that we would die if we didn't have it for a few minutes, right? It's the most important thing in the world, but we have so much of it, it's so abundance, we don't have to think about it. That's what money's like. You got to get enough money that you don't have to think about it. And then, but also, you will never understand how important oxygen is until you're deprived of it.
Yeah.
Right? Then it's all you can think about. It's the same thing with money. They ain't never been there.
And I can tell you guys, like, as a former 9-to-5er, where I went from like making like 40-some K all the way to 100-some, right? Working my way up in the government. One of the worst places you could be is like in that 6-figure range, in that that lower 6-figure range, because you're finally making enough money where you can start to kind of get a taste of like the better life, and like you're getting that government check every 2 weeks, etc. So it was actually really challenging for me to like kind of like get myself in the mindset where I'm going to start a whole new business on the side and fucking do this shit, because I got this already labor-intensive job where I'm making a good amount of money in it. Like, I had to take myself to another level, and really the thing that I had sacrificed was all my free time that I had. Like, hanging out with people, being social, because, mind you, I was in the southwest border by fucking Mexico for like 4 or 5 years. Yeah. I lost my 20s, bro. I didn't get to Miami until I was damn near 30. So when I got here, I was like, man, I want to have a little bit of fun because this sucks. I made this money, but I couldn't enjoy it because I was in fucking South Texas all the time, so I couldn't do shit. So I spent a year and I was like, whatever, this is stupid. I'm going to do something different. So I obviously said I'm going to take a chance and start a business. But like, that's a point where a lot of you guys watch this right now. You might be making like 70, 80, 90K, 100K per year, and you're a single guy. That's a lot of money for you if you have a low cost of living. And you're like, well, do I really need to make more? That's when you really got to kick yourself in the ass. Is it worth it to come home every day after work, sit there, drink your fucking beer and watch the game? Do you want to keep doing that shit? Or do you want to double your income, start a side hustle? Maybe you can't watch sports or drink beer or hang out with your friends, but you'll be able to one day take your friends to the fucking game. Bro, what do you want to do?
If you're not willing to sacrifice for your goal, then your goals become the sacrifice. Right? Those years I don't mean to cut you off. Those years that when I was trying to motherfucking when the years I was working on building my shit up and getting money, I sacrificed everything. You know, I didn't really watch. I didn't have a family at the time, so like that was an advantage, right? I had a mom, right? But it's like spend time with my mommy, right? Like she wants me to go out and do something with my life, be somebody, you know. And I didn't watch football, I didn't watch basketball, and I love both of those things. I knew that because I'm black, right? So that was a sacrifice.
I think
right?
sports is a big psyop, bro.
It's
a huge psyop, man.
But now because I was able to sacrifice, here's the thing, man. It's like delayed gratification. It's the sign of maturity. If you can put off what you want now for what you want most, then you can get a better version of that thing later. You get what I'm saying? Like, so now
you're on the floor at the Heat game.
Motherfucker, I'm at the floor. I just walk over there. You know what I'm saying? I sit on the fucking floor. Or one of my boys, he got a fucking suite season tickets. He'd be like, yo, we got tickets. All right, cool, man. I'll pull up. You know what I'm saying? Me and Jeremy got season tickets this year. You know what I'm saying? It's like that's better than watching it on TV.
Yeah.
I could have watched it on TV in Queens, right? I remember trying to watch the game and I had to fucking pause it when that Long Island Railroad went by because it was so loud, right?
Yeah, the leer.
And it's like if you can sacrifice the thing, you can get a better version of it, right? So if you can sacrifice fucking chasing bitches, you can probably get some better bitches once you fucking come up.
Facts.
When you build your money, your muscle, your mindset, better quality chicks will be attracted to you.
And you don't gotta fucking tolerate fuckery from them if they get out of line.
Come on, man.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? All bitch gonna be saying to you is please and thank you.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts. I don't argue with my girlfriend ever. It's fucking stupid. That's what poor niggas do. Argue with your girl? Fuck out.
But you don't have to make that sacrifice. If you're happy where you are, like I see, there'll be people who are going to comment. They're going to be like, "Oh, but you got to do this." Listen, if that's what you want, that's cool.
Yeah.
Like if you're not willing to sacrifice for your goals, then your goals become the sacrifice. But make no mistake, it's a sacrifice either way. You're either sacrificing the goal or you're sacrificing momentary pleasure, right? It's like you're either sacrificing fulfilling your potential or this dopamine rush that you can have right now. Most of the things that you enjoy in the present are typically bad for you in the long run. Them just exceptions, right? But like you eat some tasty treats, you out here eating candies and cakes. It tastes good now, but in the long run, it's bad for you, right? Fucking from what I seen, fucking heroin it seems like the motherfuckers really enjoy it, right? But it's bad for you. It's bad for you long term, and the things that you don't enjoy short term are usually good for you long term. Like I don't like working out, like you know what I'm saying, but I do it, right? I don't like waking up at 4:35. I don't, it's whatever, right? It's I'm not a bitch either, right? But I sometimes I want to sleep in, man. Especially my girl, man. She over here with big titties, fat ass and shit. I'd rather stay right there, right? But it's like fuck it, man. It's time to get it. Gotta go get it, right? Like because I know I'd rather chase victory than chase dopamine.
Yeah.
You just got. But if you're happy with where you're at, then just keep doing what you're doing, right? Like this is not the guys who say, "Man, but this is." You don't have to argue with me about it,
bro.
It's not this. Like this is for people who want the next level, who aren't happy where they're at. If you're happy with what you're at, then man,
be my
first
guest.
of all,
enjoy.
Keep doing that shit. That's what's
and
up.
most people want mindless entertainment. Let's just keep it 1,000.
Yeah.
They just do. There's a reason why, like we do a stream like this that has less views than like us having a bunch of chicks on here or some other mindless entertainment because people want to be entertained. They don't necessarily care about ascending to the next level, and that's fine because this isn't for everybody.
It's not. It's not for everybody. It's like mathematically, it couldn't be, right? So it's cool that we got people that are willing to opt out, and most people aren't going to make that sacrifice, and that's okay, right? Like I'm not one of these guys who shame a motherfucker, unless of course you complaining about it. Then you being a bitch. But if you're happy with what you got, man, then that's cool. I know some motherfuckers, honestly, on some real shit, there's like a. Sometimes I look at these motherfuckers who are like happy with a little bit of money. If it's real, if it's not just coke, then it's like, oh, that's what's up. That's dope, man. That's good
glad
for
for
him.
you. Yeah,
that's good for him. You know what I'm saying? Like there's no shame. I'm not talking to him. I don't know what to tell him. He's got what he wants. But if you want more,
then talk to
then
him.
let's go get it. You know what I'm saying?
I'll never forget, bro. I went on a date back when I first came to America, 2015. I'll never forget, bro. I was in a 1-bedroom apartment, studio apartment.
Mm-hmm.
I had no TV.
Mm-hmm.
Came back over and she's like, "You have no TV? What's wrong with you?" But I had goals, to hit.
Yeah, goals, man.
I didn't want to focus on watching TV, entertainment, none of that stuff. So then, fast forward now, 7 years later, I bought my first TV.
That's what you know what I'm saying.
80-inch.
Come on, man.
I went another day.
You got a better version of that shit.
Girl came over and said, "Oh my God, it's so big." And you know what I told her?
What?
That's what she said.
That's what you said.
There you go. No,
but you got a better version of that shit. And it's probably a better bitch.
But the point is,
right? It's probably a better chick.
way better. But the point is, man, it's a toll road. We all got to pay the toll. You either pay it now or later on with Easy Pass.
Yeah.
We all got to pay it.
Yeah, you either chase victory, you chase dopamine, right? You can sacrifice the dopamine for victory, or you can sacrifice the victory for dopamine. It doesn't matter. It's like, I'm not here to tell you what to do, but if you want to follow the path for victory, this is how you do it. If you don't want to do it, that's cool too, man. Like, hey, man, ain't no big deal.
Listen, bro, I'm happy with my life. Hopefully, you're happy with your life, but ultimately, it's up to you.
Yeah, do your thing, man. But don't complain about it. Don't cry. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing. Like, there was one point where I thought I wanted to be a doctor. You know, I was like, I was a kid. I was like, oh man, Dr. Carter, man, bitches are fucking show a nigga love.
DC.
I showed up with the fucking doctor shit. And then I realized how long they had to fucking go to college. I was like, yeah, I'm straight. And I wasn't willing to make that sacrifice for that goal. But I don't bitch about it.
Yeah.
You don't hear me complaining, man, this motherfucker's lucky he's a doctor. Oh, yeah. It's like, nah, man, I wasn't willing to make the sacrifice that nigga was. And that's okay. You know?
I wrote this down because I think it's important for people to understand, because you were talking about, instant gratification and everything. So I think instant pleasure typically is going to lead to delayed pain later on.
Yeah.
Versus delayed pain is going to lead to long-term pleasure.
Yeah.
And once people can kind of understand that anything that's worth having is kind of gift wrapped in a box of pain, and you need to kind of, go through the prickles and the pain of opening it up, you're going to get something that's going to last way longer than the person that wants to go in and get that instant pleasure. And the reality is that people kind of want instant gratification now.
Pleasures, pain is gift wrapped in pleasure.
And that's what it is.
You know what I'm saying? It's the opposite true. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Yeah.
I wanted to just emphasize the point you made.
No, it's 100% true.
Yeah.
Because if it's worth having, it's going to be wrapped in pain, and you have to unwrap it and go through the pain of unwrapping it to get that long-term pleasure. But if you want to go in and get the instant gratification, that's cool. Just understand everyone else is doing it, and there's a reason why so few people are actually successful. It's because they're able to delay that gratification for a very long time, years, decades, multiple decades to do so.
There's something more sinister about that shit, though, right? So you ever hear these guys telling you they lack motivation, all right? Well, motivation comes from the hormone dopamine, right? It's not necessarily the pleasure hormone the way that people think. When they did tests on animals, what they realized was that it's a neurotransmitter that causes you to go for things. Right, you cause go for things, right? So if you have a lot of dopamine, you're gonna be that's somebody who's gonna be like really going after their goals, right? What happens is when you do these things that spike your dopamine, vices, clubs, fucking random bitches, getting high, all that shit. What happens is you after you experience one of those things, you get that spike, but then it's like it uses up your available dopamine, right? And what happens is it'll come back with time, but people, they keep doing this shit over again. The video games, devices, all these things over and over again. What happens is they never get their dopamine time to replenish. And then they wonder why they're not motivated. It's because they're wasting all their dopamine on empty victories. You get what I'm saying? So but if you can sacrifice devices, what happens is you'll have more energy to put towards your thing, because that energy will come from the dopamine. It'll make you chase something else.
Yeah.
Right there, because that your body's going to use that dopamine on something.
Yeah.
Right. But if you waste it on empty victories, you won't have enough to pursue your goals.
Boom.
And then that's just part one. The next part is that if I'm out partying and drinking and having fun, fucking random bitches all night, am I really going to do accounting for my business the next day?
We didn't even get into like the actual
contrast.
What's going to happen after the fact. We're just talking about the biochemical shit.
Yeah,
going
it's
on.
like if you go into, like you've been in a fucking hot date and you go into a department store or something, and it's like the air hits you like, oh, so good, right? It'd have felt regular. It was just the contrast. It would have felt regular if you were in there all day, right? But it's the contrast from the hot to the cold, right? So contrast makes things seem more extreme. So the contrast of this
makes
crazy,
you appreciate it too.
Yeah.
If you're rich your whole life, you ain't gonna. I mean, again, I hate to use young streamers as an example. Why do you think they're all depressed and sad and on drugs and shit? It's because they never experienced real poverty and adversity. They would have never, pissed away an opportunity like that if they had been poor first.
Look at child actors.
That's a fact.
They're all either on drugs or out of business now.
There is no up without down. But if all you've ever experienced is up, then you don't understand what the fuck down is. You don't appreciate being up.
Yeah,
and
it's a problem.
And then it's just like, how do you do the stuff that's boring in work after a fucking night of fucking crazy shit? It's gonna be way more difficult because it's gonna seem worse in comparison.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Does that make sense? It'll seem worse. It'll be more boring in comparison.
Absolutely. Any other chats here? And then we gotta close this thing out, guys.
Yeah, we're gonna react to Jack Doherty's crash as well.
I'm a 20-year-old apprentice in the plumbing pipe fitting union right now, building a skill to give me leverage eventually so I do martial arts. Any advice on property I want to land in the long run? We talked about that earlier. This chat probably came up before. Look in a market where real estate, where the real estate rental rates are a bit more, how do I say that, stable, especially if you want to get into Section 8.
And we had Chris Cron on as well. He had some really good options to where to buy.
Yeah.
Y'all had that fat motherfucker too, man, who's like good at real estate.
Ben Mala?
I don't know his name, but my fault. I forget his name. I didn't know no other way adjective to describe him.
Ben Mala.
You know what I'm saying?
The God
cool.
tier says,
he seemed
I
cool.
started with nothing as a first-generation American. I make mid six figures, have a stay-at-home wife, 3 kids, and work from home. I don't need to be a millionaire. I have enough to prevent my kids from becoming spoiled when not working. I teach them math, science, and history while my wife handles the rest. I feel stuck with no clear direction. In my free time, I read, watch podcasts, and volunteer at church. But it feels like purgatory. Any advice? Start a side business, bro.
See?
Well,
He's comfortable.
He's comfortable, and that's fine.
He's in it. And how much does he make? Exactly what I said.
He said he used the same word I said.
Brandon,
Purgatory.
it's okay.
It's okay
if that's all you want.
If that's all you want.
But he
wants more.
But he wants more.
He wants more. See?
He wants
okay.
more.
Good example.
Bro, make a side business, bro.
Yep.
And hell, you and your wife could do it if you guys want.
Read his free ebook about business. Have that as a foundation, and then go from there.
Yeah, you could do that, or you could do something else too, right? Like you might not want to be an online trainer, right?
Yeah.
But you could do something, and you know, he's in a privileged position where he doesn't like need the money, right?
Yeah.
He just wants more, so he can focus more on something that maybe he enjoys, so he gets some intrinsic shit out of it.
Tell you, bro, the worst amount of money you can make per year is
middle class.
$1 to $250,000 a year is the worst amount you can make, bro.
It's a trap, bro. It's literally a trap.
Matter of fact, because here's the thing, I hit that $300K, doing Brandon's program, and then obviously working for the government, and I was like, damn, this is pretty nice. I could buy whatever the fuck I want, but I was like, nah. Like I knew that I was gonna, because I experienced it at the 120K.
Yeah.
I was at that comfort thing, and I was like, okay, I could chill here. I make enough. And then once I hit like 300, I was like, ooh, this is really nice. I could really chill here. But then I was like, nope. I fell for this, almost fell for this shit before. And I said, we got to keep scaling up.
And we're forgetting, of course, taxes and inflation too.
Yeah.
So you make some good money now, but a couple of years.
And now I'm like 300K LOL. But back then, I was like, oh, I could chill here. But guys, like, if you want more, like, the worst you could do is be comfortable, bro. I'm telling you, that's the worst thing you could do. And I feel you because I was right there with you. You know what I mean? I think the motivation for you is like, bro, 150K per year, even though that's fantastic, you ain't gonna be able to pay for your kids' college with that shit. You need something to force you to go out there and work harder.
It's about raising your standards. You know, if he's gonna have to like raise his standards some sort of way.
Yeah.
And you know, for me, one thing to help me raise my standards is I save half of every dollar I make. Right, so now if I have to make more, right? But then you got to remember you got to pay taxes too, right?
Yeah.
So like you're only living off like really like 35% of what you make. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it's like that. But I didn't want to lower my standard, but I want to still have a high standard of living. So I got to make way more, right? So it's about raising your standards. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Yeah. What else we got here?
He said the best guest on FNF hands down. I'm telling you,
Brandon Carter, man. The Club Ninjas know what it is.
Facts.
The brookies get mad when we have Brandon on, but the niggas that get it, they get it.
Hey, listen, man, I love the hate too. Like you said, man, like you can't appreciate the love without the hate. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's all good, man.
Urban Cowboy's probably trolling. He says, I'm broke, but I don't argue with my 2 to 3 girlfriends either. It's weak men mentality. Go pair, folks. All right, bro. All right, cool.
It's all good.
So, Brandon, where can people find you, bro?
Oh, man, you can find me. I'm on YouTube. Mm-hmm. You search Brandon Carter, it's the one with 1 million subscribers. It's hard to miss. And then King Keto on Instagram, it's the one with 1 million followers. It's not easy to miss, and it's not easy to find. It's not hard to find. I apologize. And those are my main platforms. I mean, I be on TikTok. TikTok is Big Brandon Carter.
Brandon, if you got some time, brother, we should do a Zoom call with you and the guys at CastleClub.
Whatever,
break down.
You know what we could do? We should do it next week when we have Jeremy.
Well, no, I want to break down scheduling.
Oh.
And for example, he did a call with my guys, bro. Life changing.
Yeah. I would love to. I would love to.
Yeah.
We'll do it with you ninjas this week. We'll find the time in Brandon's schedule, and we'll do it for you guys this week.
Just let me know. I make time for you guys, man. Myron hit me up like over the weekend. I was like, yeah, man, I'll come through, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
no worries. Happy to have you.
I've been inviting this nigga to go to parties and bring his girl. He'd be like, nah, we got other shit going on my schedule, nigga.
The parties be at like 9 p.m. We started at like 10. I'm usually sleep
Miami's
now.
late.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, bro, bring your girl out. Let's have a good time. He's like, nigga, 12 midnight? No, bro, I'm going to
I'm not going. I've been to midnight. I've been
He's
sleeping.
been sleeping, yeah.
Yeah, so no, we'll schedule it for this week. Maybe Tuesday or Thursday this week, guys.
When he has time.
I'll talk with Brandon. We'll figure it out, or early next week, and then we'll bring y'all Jeremy as well, and
But
him and
this
Brandon.
was a W show.
Oh,
Thank
thank you, man.
Come through with some sauce here for the guys, man. And listen, bro, his advice is simple: work hard,
Yeah.
to capacity, don't give up,
Mhm.
don't be a broke.
Make more money than you spend. Invest the difference over a long enough period of time. You'll be rich. I mean, it's like mathematics. You'll do it. You know,
Bam.
$2,000 a month in the S&P 500 for 10% average. You know,
Over the past like 60 years.
yeah.
It's the best,
So
yeah.
$2,000 a month. Take it like 20 years, but you'll have like close to $1 million.
Damn.
20 years, right? Imagine if you put more. You know? Yeah.
And that's 2K.
Compound interest.
So anyway, guys, love you guys. We'll be back with the Fresh and Fit news here probably give us about 20 minutes to reset.
We got you guys.
And we'll be doing the news for you guys, man. The third show of the day. Let's get into it.
Peace.
Peace, guys.